You're about to listen to TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to TADPOG. It sounds like Tyler's got a weird voice. It's because it's not Tyler talking to you right now. It's your wizened host, Ian, along with my bespectacled pal over here, Jake.
Yep.
And Captain Gun Jake, John Turley.
This is really, I don't mean to open the show with a real big downer. But Tyler died, and we're all really sad about it. However, we have to talk about Super Bases Loaded 1, 2, and 3 today.
As well as Major League.
It's what Tyler would have wanted.
Yeah. So in his honor, we're talking about Major League.
His favorite game, or his favorite
movie ever. Because we know him so well. We know without question.
I've been podcasting with him for a long time. I know he loves that movie so fucking much. It means so much to him.
Well, I mean, just look at all the posters and memorabilia around here.
I know Charlie Sheen lives here. I don't know if you knew
He's
that
asleep
or not.
as usual. He's usually asleep over there on the
Too
couch.
much tiger blood, or not enough. I can never decide.
It's a fine line.
It is.
Really.
You really got to balance that shit. In moderation, Charlie. Sheen.
I only played Super Bases Loaded because I thought we were stretching this out over 3 weeks.
I thought we were doing the Super Bases Loaded series this episode, and then next episode we were going to do another baseball movie and then another baseball series.
I thought what we were gonna do. This is good podcasting.
Yeah,
this is classic podcast.
How the sausage is
thought
made.
what we were doing today, and this is what I did, was watch Major League and play Super Bases Loaded.
I see.
Next week, Major League 2 and Super Bases Loaded 2. And then
I'm fine to do it.
Fine. The next week,
look, Tyler died. We can do this however we want.
True.
He's the one who would always rule these baseball episodes with a fucking iron fist. We're free now. We can do whatever you want to watch.
You want to talk to me about Super Bases Loaded 2 and 3 and just tell me about it?
So you don't have to play them?
We can cover them all today.
I feel like they're
with just one movie. I have a letter from Brad today that covers all 3 games anyway.
Hell yeah.
So fuck it.
Yeah, I'm happy to talk to you about all 3 of these Jalico baseball video games.
Do you still want to watch Major League 2 for next week and then do different baseball games?
Yes.
Okay. Because we're knocking out big chunks of sports games,
right?
Which we never voluntarily do,
right?
So.
Look,
it could be a thing.
I'm down to watch Major League 2. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
And then we'll just have to figure out what baseball
Bull Durham
series.
No, we got to stick with the Major League, at least through 2.
So, yeah.
And 3 is called Back to the Minors, which I've heard isn't that great.
I've never seen it.
I've never seen
I've
3.
heard it's not good, but that makes me want to watch it.
I kind of want to watch it.
Okay.
Is it like Joe Dirt 2 level?
Maybe.
Maybe. What's the situation? Which I didn't think Joe Dirt 2 was horrible.
No, it was okay. It was a little long in coming, I think they waited.
I love it when that happens.
Yeah, me too.
When it just lasts a little bit longer than you think.
So does she. But we're going to talk more about that later. We're going to talk about that later.
We'll figure it out. The important thing is we're going to be talking about Major League 2 next episode.
Yes.
We probably won't even tell you what fucking baseball games we're going to be talking about.
You know what? Let's just leave it as a surprise.
We need to tell Brad, though.
We have to tell Brad. I'll let him know.
Yeah, okay. We got his personal line.
Yeah.
Actually, it's his work number. We call him at work all the time.
I asked to speak to his manager, and then I asked his manager if I can speak to him.
Sir, I am the manager.
Normally we go counterclockwise around the table. Do you want me to start with my week?
What have you been up to?
What I've been up to?
Yes.
Friday, I had a colonoscopy.
Yay!
The second colonoscopy I've had in less than a year.
I hope it went well.
It was fine. Last year, when they did it, they found some polyps and removed them, which is normal. Nothing was cancerous. But apparently they found one big one in there that she wasn't prepared to remove at the time. They did take a sample of it, determined it wasn't cancerous as well. Good. So they left it, but they said I needed to come back so they could get it out because they don't want it to become a problem.
Sure.
So they scheduled me this one, and my prep this time around was a little bit easier. I didn't have to take the bad stuff. I took Miralax and some Dulcolax and still shit as much, but it wasn't nearly as unpredictable or violent.
That's good.
Or painful.
That's good. Just makes me think of Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, that would have been the first go around. This one was more like, a little bit more well-paced,
yeah,
if you
that's
will.
Good. So no like white knuckling the bowl this time.
No, and no like getting ready to stand up like I think I'm finished and being like, nope, and then coming back down for the second round or third.
Good.
So that was good.
That is good.
And then, of course, they gave me the good drugs to knock me out, which is that thing, it took them a little longer to start it this time. So I laid down and I was waiting to just pass the fuck out. Meanwhile, I got my butt up in the air on my side, so they can get ready. And
God, you were painting a horrible future for me.
No. It's honestly not that bad, really.
He's painting my near future.
It's not that bad. Not that bad.
I have a consultation to have one next week.
Oh, that is.
Pull your mic down a little.
Oh, sorry.
Just like this. There you go. That's fine. Good. Perfect.
Like that?
Sure. Whatever gets it right in front of your mouth. Oh, now he's broken it. Great.
Is that better?
That's fine. Come up with the arm just a little. Yeah. Oh, yeah, just like that. Ooh.
Perfect?
Perfect.
That
just
is perfect.
That's the way I like it.
Right there, baby.
Now, listen.
Right there.
Don't move.
Stop.
So, I have gotten... No, you're good. I am now an expert at having colonoscopies.
Yeah, you're at the table for sure.
And
I mean,
honestly... If you can get past, you don't feel like, I never felt like modesty problems or whatever, it is what it is. She's probably seen every butthole in Western Kentucky several times.
Not mine yet.
But she will.
It's only a matter of time.
Dr. Reed will eventually see your butthole. And but they give you the oxygen, and then I already had the IV in my hand, which I hate that they put an IV in your hand. I hate that feeling. But so they're like, okay, pick a dream. They always say, pick a dream. I'm like, you can't do that. I can't do that. It's not a thing. When you're out, you're out. As soon as she says, okay, here we go, I'm expecting to go out. I look up. I'm still kind of looking around. And I'm like, then I woke up. So this was just a little bit of a delay this time. But so they got in.
Let's fuck with them a little bit.
Yeah. The doctor came in afterwards, and she said, I got to tell you, I'm really, really proud of myself for the job I did on removing that polyp. She said, I got it perfect. It came out perfectly. We got it. And they had to put these metal clips over the area where it was to keep it from rupturing.
Like inside
my colon.
You.
Yeah, while it heals, they'll apparently detach and come out with my poop at some point. I don't know.
So they're tiny.
Yeah, and I saw, of course, they send you a report and you see pictures of the procedure. And I normally don't look at them, but I really wanted to see what these clips look like.
Yeah, totally, because you're going to pass them.
Yeah.
I would like to be prepared for that as well.
It looked like safety pin heads, like smooth, round, like pearlescent safety pin heads with a little metal piece in between them.
Okay.
I don't know how they're attached, but she put 6 of them. And they are hurting me.
Really? You can feel them?
I could. Well, it's not that I can feel them. It's that I can feel where the day after, later that day and the day after, my right side was hurting real bad. Just because apparently this was a fairly large polyp. And
there's still a larger one inside.
No.
Oh,
she got it. She got the big guy. Did
she give you
first time around? She couldn't get the big one. This time was to get this
was
one.
Okay, specifically to get this one out. Did she give you an idea how big it was?
30 millimeters or something. It was a big one.
Damn.
Yeah.
30 millimeters. So that's like,
It was a big guy. Yeah. But it was, according to her, pathology was negative. There was no cancer. It was just
that's great.
apparently a thing that was growing like a weed. I don't know. But they got it out, but I could feel these things, and I'm so self-conscious, and I'm like, freaks me out that I know I've got things inside my body that didn't originate inside my body. But I took it easy for a couple days, and she was like, you need to take Tylenol and not ibuprofen. And I'm like, point of order. Tylenol doesn't fucking work. It's useless. And she's like, yeah, but Advil and stuff is a blood thinner. And if there's any bleeding, we don't want it to get bad. And I'm like, well, I'm going to poop a couple of times. And if there's no blood, I'm taking some Advil because I was in a lot of pain for the first couple of days. But after that, over the weekend, I've just been taking it easy, sitting on my butt, watching TV. And I'm feeling a lot better today.
Good.
Every day when I wake up, I feel a little better than I did the day before. Things, knock on wood, seem to be going well.
Good.
So she's probably going to want me back in a year to do this again. So I'm afraid this is going to be a yearly charge towards my insurance deductible. But anyway, that was the summary of my colonoscopy this year. I do recommend it. Obviously, I mean it.
Okay. It's just a funny thing.
The prep is the most uncomfortable part. If you can get the doctor to let you do the Miralax treatment, go that route. It's a lot easier. You can drink Gatorade, zero
Even with
sugar.
the Harvey Weinstein stuff?
Yeah,
You're still
especially
gonna go
with
Miralax?
that. Especially with that.
That was a Miramax joke.
Yeah,
for
I
the
know.
listeners at
I
home.
actually got that reference. I understood that reference.
I thought it was a really good joke because
It was good.
I had to explain it.
Because you had to explain it.
That's the
It's good. It was even better
That's how
for
you know.
him, I guess, and for our listeners.
And by the way, if I feel like if I was about to get a colonoscopy and the doctor said pick a dream, I'd be really tempted to roll the dice and wink at them and say, see you there.
Oh, yeah, don't do that. She is my doctor. And this is going to be the same one you're probably going to get, John, and probably you too, Dave, because she does them all. She's a really sweet lady. She's really bubbly and fun, and she's got a nice, pleasant attitude.
That's good.
But in a way, you can kind of tell that underneath all that, there's something more. I can't quite figure out what it is, but what I can tell you is that she's a damn good colonoscopy giver.
Well, you said she does them all, so you know she's well practiced.
She's doing a lot of them anyway, but she's really good, and you know it's important. You do need to get screened. Get it over with, and you're probably not going to fall into the same category as me and have to become a repeat customer. Most of the time after you get that initial scan, as long as everything comes out okay, then you're going to probably be not due for one for 10 more years after that.
You don't have to sell me. I mean, I'm not looking forward to it, but it's like one of those things where it's like, okay, this is an inevitable thing that I'm going to need to do in the future.
Well, and under the current circumstances, the first time you do it is a screening, and it is free. It's covered by your insurance. You won't have to pay anything, so that's always good too. But
that is good.
For all our listeners out there, if you're approaching 50 and you haven't had a colonoscopy, public service announcements aren't generally my thing, but I do recommend it because that shit can kill you. My mom died from cancer.
Yeah.
It wasn't colon cancer. It was breast cancer that moved to the outside of her colon, it was a weird, really rare situation. But screenings are vital, and colon cancer will get you every single time if you don't catch it early. So just take care of yourselves and go ahead and get that done.
I have to get mine at 45.
I'm 45.
Yeah,
That's-
they moved the age, I feel
Yeah,
like.
they've moved it a couple of times. It used to be 50, then they moved it to 40, and then they moved it back up to 45.
And I dodged that 40 bullet.
Yeah,
Like,
I did too.
And then
actually.
they moved it. Right, yeah. Then they moved it to 45, and I was like, whew, I'll never be 45.
It was the same thing when they made it to where you had to be 18 to buy cigarettes. I was 19. And then they made it when you had to be 21 to buy cigarettes. I was 22. I dodged that bullet every time.
When did they make it you have to be 21 to buy cigarettes?
It's been a little while.
Like,
It's 21.
It's 21 now?
I'm pretty sure it's 21.
It is now, but I don't think they
I
did
had no
that
idea.
until like just a few years
Has
ago.
it been recent? Oh,
Yeah, it was pretty
I thought it
recent,
was
yeah.
more like back in the time when I was 21, 22.
That's why I had no
Anyway,
idea that
Nah,
they
because
increased the age.
I was definitely buying cigarettes when I was 18.
I'm old enough to not have to care because
Yeah.
it's you know
Sure.
I've
Yeah, that was
bypassed
just
all
I was
that.
just surprised by
I
that
thought
news.
I thought it was longer ago, but John, you may be right. We'll
Well,
have
I
to
think it was
chat that up.
like within the last 5 years.
Oh,
or something
okay,
like
so that was definitely when I was 22.
Yes. Yeah. You were 22 then.
I haven't played Overwatch since last Wednesday because since I've been recovering, the anesthesia's made me real groggy and tired and lethargic. I just didn't want to sit, and plus I was uncomfortable sitting in certain positions,
Sure.
so I just kind of put it down, and I'm detoxing. I'm going to probably wait and play tomorrow. We'll see. Maybe I won't. Maybe it's finally over.
Have you been taking time off like from
I
work?
took last Thursday and Friday off.
That's good.
To prep
Uh-huh.
and then have the procedure, and then I was off all weekend. But I went back today.
Okay.
Definitely fine. Still feeling it a little bit, but not enough to keep me from being able to work by any means. And I don't want to burn off too much PTO.
Sure.
Even though I have a lot, I'd rather hang on to it for
I get it.
an emergency or one of those times where I just feel like taking a fucking random day off.
Yeah.
Man, I've kind of adjusted my attitude on PTO because it's like there have been days where I like walked in and been like, nah, I don't think so. I'm taking PTO. And it's like, and like someone will be like, well, what if you need it later? It's like, I'll figure it out then.
Yeah. They
It's like-
said that to you? They said, what if you need it later?
Yeah, it wasn't like a superior or anything. It was like just a coworker, and like a PTO hoarder. You know what I mean?
Oh,
You're
okay.
doing what?
Right,
PTO? Did someone die?
right. Where are you going? Nowhere. I'm just gonna
Go
not
home.
That's all that
I'm going to be
matters,
at
is I
home
won't be here.
masturbating and playing video games for a couple of days. Why?
You should
wanna
try it
come
sometime.
over?
It's great.
You inviting yourself over?
As long as I have that Ian vacation, that Christmas to New Year's, as long as I have that PTO time banked, yeah, I mean, I'll burn the rest of that.
Same. But man, I have a lot of PTO, so
I
it's
know,
just
yeah, you got a
generally
good-
not. I'm grandfathered into the biggest. You are probably too, aren't you?
I think
That's
so,
great.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't
You
have
know,
that
we get
much,
like
but
it's insane. We get like 200 hours a year or something.
that's a lot. Yeah, that's good.
It's nuts. I watched a movie called The Girl That Got Away, and it was kind of a thriller, sort of mystery, suspense kind of thing that I really enjoyed. It was kind of a sleeper, so I really liked it. Didn't have a lot of press. The girl that's in it, the woman that's in it is the woman from Drag Me to Hell, if you've ever seen
Yeah,
that.
I have. It's been a long time.
The lead woman from Drag Me to Hell.
Okay.
Which, if you haven't seen Drag Me to Hell and you're a fan of Evil Dead guy, Sam Raimi.
Oh.
If you're a big fan of Sam Raimi, Drag Me to Hell is a really good one if you haven't seen it.
That one was like what? What year did that come out?
It's
Like,
been
it's been a while,
several
right?
years.
Like,
Yeah, like 6 or 7, maybe
I
more.
think more.
Like 10.
Yeah, maybe even more than that. I'm gonna look it up because I'm really curious
Yeah.
now.
It was pretty good. I liked it. I thought it was a surprisingly good kind of sleeper. So definitely check that one out.
2009.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's a lot longer
yeah.
than I thought. Well, that explains why she's aged too.
Yeah,
because
okay.
I'm like, man, she looks a lot different. Well,
Allison
that's because
Lohman.
it's been fucking 15 years.
Can I see?
Allison
Can I
Lohman.
see Allison Lohman? Is that her currently?
I think that's her current.
Show me. I've seen her currently. No, she looks older.
Because I'm about to say if that's her now, that's
Right.
It says she's 45, so this would be like
Old.
her now.
old. She looks great.
Yeah, that's more like it.
Okay, and she's still cute.
Hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah. I'm sure Tyler would say it too if he weren't dead.
There's a new show that come on MGM Plus. It's probably on your streaming platform of choice called The Institute. This is based on a Stephen King book,
Huh.
and it's about a place in, brace yourselves, Maine, where these kids get kidnapped and taken to because they have powers. They have either telekinesis or psychic abilities.
Okay.
And when the kids are brought in, they are subjected to several painful tests to establish the baseline for their powers. And they when they first arrive, they're in what's called the front half. And if they pass all these tests and they see these dots and they pass this one other test, they get taken to what's called the back half. I have my suspicions that there is a Dark Tower tie-in here. I think they're training breakers.
Yeah.
And
that sounds like, yeah.
I told Tanya this and blew her mind. But I do think that's where this is going. Now, I have not read the book, The Institute, but now I'm thinking about pulling it.
Is it
and
a
listening
book
to
book?
It. It's
Like,
a
is
book.
it a novel or is it
Yeah,
like
apparently
a
it's a
short
novel.
story? Interesting.
The logo for the Institute is a big eye with a letter I as the pupil in the middle, as in Allah, the Eye of the Crimson King.
Sure.
And this thing, they definitely have a Randall Flagg character whose face is obscured. He's on the phone with the people that run the Institute. The phones look a little bit off. Like, I recognize it as a phone, but not a phone from maybe our world.
Sure.
I mean, this is a very much. There's just clue after clue after clue that this was in 10 minutes of the first episode. I knew what this was.
So it's a show.
It's a series.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see where this goes.
Yeah.
I might listen to the book, just cheat and listen to the book.
I mean, I'm curious about it now because I've never heard of it. And then it's like, from very early on when you were describing it, I was thinking the same thing,
Yeah.
where it's it's breakers, right?
And I do think that this is going to have a direct tie-in to the Gunslinger, the Dark Tower series that's coming.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I think they're setting it all up. Although I believe that was supposed to be on Amazon. They may have moved it to MGM. I don't know, but it's supposed to be a really good version of this, the real thing. So we'll see.
Okay.
But I might listen to the book once I get through Dungeon Crawler Carl again, which I'm thoroughly enjoying a second time through.
So my big takeaway from that is MGM has its own fucking streaming service.
They do. Well, it's not a
What the fuck is
streaming
going on?
service.
I hate this world.
It's not a streaming service. It's a channel on cable. Like you can.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
HBO.
Oh, okay.
But they do have.
I hate that less. It seems weird, but I do hate that
They
less.
do have an app.
Well, they call it MGM Plus, which makes it sound very much like a streaming service.
Well, they have an app, but and I guess you can subscribe to it.
Okay.
But we just got the package in YouTube that has a
Okay.
bunch of movie channels, which includes MGM Plus
Okay. You got it through YouTube?
through YouTube TV.
YouTube TV. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's a good channel. They show a lot of good shit
Cool.
on those. I like them.
Well,
We're still channel surfers, you see.
Right.
We still go through the guide and find something that's currently on and start watching. We're that level of Gen X. You know, we're never going to be satisfied with like bringing up the menu of what's on Netflix and finding something. We'd rather there be just like a limited amount of choices and just land on something, even if it's like last night, we halfway through Star Trek 2009, we just fucking fuck it. We started watching that and that was enjoyable.
Yeah.
You know, without having to commit to anything.
It's a good flick.
It is a good flick. I like having live TV available like Pluto or whatever. Just land on something where it's already playing. Shudder has a neat way of handling theirs. They've always got 3 channels of something playing.
Very
and
cool.
You might pick it up in the middle of it. And
I love that.
Whatnot. But
I love that because that's what I remember. I remember being a kid, and that's how I watched a lot of horror movies.
Yep.
Like the same kind of horror movies that they're playing on these 3 channels,
Exactly,
where it's
exactly.
like, what the fuck is going on? I don't know. And then it's like, I'll watch it to the end and be like, that was good. I wonder what the beginning was like.
Yes, exactly. I've seen a lot of movies like that. Maybe I should watch it from the beginning.
Right.
We'll see.
Yeah, I'll catch it later.
I liked what I
You ever-
saw.
you-
It's fine.
And I'm sure you've done that where like you start watching a movie that you don't think you've ever seen, and then you get to a point and you're like, oh, I've seen this. I remember this.
After you finally see the first half.
Yeah.
Like, that's right. I did see this.
Like, that's honestly, in my opinion, I'm not saying that Shudder has bad horror films on it. I mean, they do have some bad horror films on there, but like,
There's
but
some bad ones.
man, that was so much fun to like be a kid and be like, just watch just the shittiest fucking horror movies and just be like, just catch it 3/4 of the way through,
Yep.
watch it and be like, oh, okay.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
I have not gotten caught up on Don to Don on Netflix, but I have started reading the manga.
Yeah. How far are you in the manga?
I am exactly to the point in the manga where I have left off on the show, and I think I'm going to read ahead and see how I absorb it before I watch the episodes, because I've really enjoyed reading the manga, and it's stuck really close to the show. The show is clearly just animated manga.
Totally.
There's one chapter that got released in between what was probably season 1 and season 2 that never got turned into an anime. It was just another monster fight they had at school where basically this baboon who who says bro after every word or after every sentence, bro, has got this gigantic aluminum soda can on top of the school, and anyone that touched it turns into a walking soda can, and anyone that touches those turns into walking soda cans. But it was just a real quick sort of deal. What's fucked up too is I have gone from 0 day Don to Don to current day Don to Don in a day, because it's just not
just reading it
because it doesn't take long to read it, and I enjoy the art a lot. I think it's really cool. I think they can be a little bit more risque here and there with some of the art than they can in the show, which I find to be great. But now I'm going to start reading manga for all the stuff that I've watched, because I've kind of not ever really gotten into it, and I do enjoy. So I subscribe to Shonen Jump.
That's what I was about to ask. And it's so fucking weird because I thought about subscribing to Shonen Jump today so I could read Don to Don on my iPad, because I was like, man, I don't want to wait. I want to read.
I'm with you.
And I've already read the first season worth of Don to Don manga. So I read those in Dead Tree form. So
well, we actually are probably more connected right now since Tyler died. I think I might have picked up on the mental connection with you a little bit, and maybe you were just tuned into my manga reading.
Maybe.
But Shonen Jump is actually kind of cheap. You get the first 7 days for free, and it's $4 a month after that, and you basically get access to everything for that price.
Is it easy to unsubscribe?
Yeah, because you do it through Apple.
Hey, that's great.
And you can cancel it anytime.
Because what was not easy to unsubscribe was fucking Marvel Unlimited. When I was
oh, really?
Yeah, they fucking hid. I had to do a Google search.
Damn.
How do I unsubscribe from Marvel Unlimited? Because it was I could not fucking find it in their interface.
Well, this is through Apple, and you can just say cancel, and it'll do it through there. But
Rhythm Master Paul Korn has mentioned that app to me in the past, and I've been tempted to get it.
It's clean, it's easy to use. Cool. I like it, and now I'll be able to read My Hero Academia and Demon Slayer and Chainsaw Man and fucking probably Paradise
Lost.
What is that one anime that we watched? It was Paradise something.
Paradise Found.
Found? No.
Remember. I know.
Was it even
about.
Paradise where they had the criminals that go to the island?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And then they're trying to find. Yeah.
I want to read that as well. So I'm gonna hang with it, and it's now that I have an iPad.
Right.
It's worth having.
Totally.
That's one of my favorite things about having an iPad now is reading manga. So, and it's nice because on the panels where you've got one big picture that would take up both pages, you can turn it landscape and it shows you the whole thing. I dig it. So,
yeah, man.
But yeah, I've been reading Don to Don, and
I'm taking this as a sign
that you should try it.
Because I was really thinking about it this morning. I was like, you know what? I'm going to subscribe to this and just fucking take my iPad to work.
Yeah.
And just read a little bit in between projects.
Yeah.
I didn't do that, but
after lunch today, I had 10 minutes left, and I sat and read some Don to Don before I started working again. So yeah, it was
cool.
It's cool to have. I've really enjoyed it, and I think it'll help me appreciate the anime that I like even more.
Sure.
Because I'm not great at reading it on paper because it tends to be small and I struggle to kind of read because I got bad eyes and it's nice to have it in a big bright format where I can zoom in or pan out whatever I need to do, and you can
take a screen cap.
Yeah, you can set.
That's
I've got a
nice.
couple of really good screen caps I'm going to show you here in a minute, actually from Dawn to Dawn, that I thought were cool for reasons.
Can't wait.
But yeah, it is nice to have in that format because now I'm thinking less about the medium and more about what the content is,
Right.
you know, and so yeah, Shonen Jump is pretty cool.
Do they have, I think I know the answer to this because when I first thought about getting the app a while ago, I searched to see if there's if they have both Japanese language and English language manga on there, or is it just all English?
I think it's both.
Really?
I think I'll need to. I don't know though. I'll have to double check.
Because that could be a really good learning tool.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, I don't know. I'll find out and let you know. But yeah, that's pretty much been the sum of my week, and that's my story. I'm sticking to it. What about you, Dave? How's your week been?
It's been okay. I've been really sad because Tyler died, but
Yeah.
I still found some time to go see Superman.
Good.
My good friend Ian recommended Superman to me, and I went and I saw this movie, and I really liked it. I thought it was
Good.
really well made. I thought it was really entertaining, and it did not seem like it was 2 hours and 10 minutes long.
No, it really didn't.
It fucking moved at a clip.
Yes.
And it was, and I feel like I don't have as strong a tie to the character or the movies of Superman as you do.
Right.
Because I saw the first Superman with Christopher Reeves. I saw that one when I was in my 20s because that one came out before I was born, and
Yeah.
and I didn't really, growing up, have any friends who were into Superman or anything. So that one I missed for a long time. And so when I watched it, it just didn't, I could appreciate it, but it didn't hit.
Yeah.
But this movie really surprised me. I mean, even going into it with pretty high expectations from you, I thought it was really good. And it felt like James Gunn really understood that what he needed to do, I think this is a really smart decision, is to spend a lot of time on the supporting characters.
Yeah.
Because there is a lot of time that is invested in the supporting characters, and it is so important to that movie being good, I feel like.
Agreed.
I don't have a big problem with Superman, but it's like the character Superman, but he's kind of boring. And I think that James Gunn understood that and was like,
absolutely.
we need these lively characters around him. And because that just kind of like, it's nice to have that contrast
That
where it's
balance,
like, where it's like, because you can do this stuff with Superman. And when I say he's boring, I don't mean like,
I know what
he's
you
just
mean.
very cookie cutter.
right. And
Yeah.
it feels like he's kind of hard to
And that
Superman.
character, that character doesn't change.
right.
Superman is Superman from the comics,
Yeah.
like he's the same Superman in the movies. When Christopher Reeve played him, he's the same Superman in Lois and Clark, the TV show. He's the same Superman all the time.
Yeah.
And you don't want him to change.
No, 'cause
like he
he's a
needs to
Right,
be
he
that.
needs to
But
be
at the
the-
same
yeah, I
time,
agree.
if you're gonna try to maintain interest, it's gonna help to have some really good supporting characters.
Yeah, and I feel like the supporting characters really did a
They brought it
great
home.
job. I
They
mean,
brought it home.
it made the movie like feel alive.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It really did. It really did. And sometimes, they make the mistake of putting in supporting characters that are too over the top or try to take too much away from the spotlight, or too much of the spotlight for themselves. And I don't think that happened.
didn't happen
It was
here.
balanced well. Everything was just really well balanced.
And I love Crypto.
Crypto was
Crypto
fucking amazing.
is the fucking like element of chaos that I feel like you need.
Oh god!
because
And
it's-
because he's such a bad dog.
Yeah,
like he's a good boy.
Yeah.
but he's a bad dog.
right. And it makes, honestly,
It's
like
so accurate.
them Superman and Crypto together are like, it's really, really, really good because Crypto is this fucking agent of chaos with a heart of gold.
Yeah.
You think
He's
maybe
loyal.
question mark. You know what I mean?
He's got his, you know where his loyalties lie, but he doesn't always pay attention to them.
Right.
Right.
And then you have Superman, who is like very lawful,
Not a dog guy.
and metered. Right.
Right. And
Right.
it's funny. He kind of is. He's kind of a dog guy that doesn't realize he's a dog guy at first.
Well,
Right.
because you know that he loves the dog.
Yeah,
Just like, but it's
clearly.
like, it's really nice because it's like them together is such a good idea, especially that version of Crypto.
Yeah.
Because he's not really I haven't read a lot of Superman comics, but the Superman comics I've read, Crypto's not like that.
He's not like that in the comics,
Right.
and he's not like that in the cartoon.
Sure.
He's always fucking Superman's perfect dog who never fucking
Right.
makes a mistake and never tears up the Fortress of Solitude.
But Superman, it was such a smart decision because Superman, the character Superman needed something like Crypto to play off of because it really puts a magnifying glass on like how good of a person Superman is, because this dog is like objectively horrible and like, you know,
he's a bad
unruly, just a bad dog. And you know, Superman even calls him a bad dog, but he's going to do he's going to do the right thing and take care of the dog. And like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So it's like, it was such a nice way of being like, that's how you show a character is good, has a good character, right?
Right.
Like moral character.
Well, and
without like being over top about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
But, like,
or preachy.
right,
yeah.
totally. Because it's like, you know, I put myself in that situation and it's like, God damn, like what a fucking sacrifice Superman is making right now. If I can put up with this shit.
I without spoilers of any way, what I also really liked about Crypto is that you get. Have you seen the movie? You get a really good insight as to why Crypto is such a bad dog at the end.
I know, I love
And
that.
that ending of
I know.
the end, like
Yep.
the stinger or whatever it is,
post-credit. Yeah.
scene, fucking chef's kiss.
Or actually, I guess it's the pre-credit
It's
or
the-
mid-credit.
It's
scene.
mid-credit. I can't remember, but
Yeah.
it was chef's kiss for me. It was just like the absolute icing on the cake. There's a reveal, and again, I'm not going to spoil anything, but you get a real insight into why Crypto is such a bad dog.
Yeah.
And
It's great.
It's so good.
It's great.
so perfect
It's
while
perfect.
giving you something to look forward to. You know,
Really
So
good movie.
it-
Really good
yeah.
movie. And it's like, I don't want to spoil shit
I'm looking
either.
forward to
I
it.
don't know what's in the trailer, but like there are other supporting characters in the movie that are like not like everyone at the Daily Planet I think is great, but like there are other metahumans in this movie.
Yes.
And they are fucking terrific.
They are
I'll put it that way.
so fucking
They
good.
are terrific.
Just perfectly placed. It was the perfect choice of other metahumans. Like out of all the ones they could have picked,
and with the casting too.
the casting was spot on.
I know, man.
The ones that they could have picked, and they had a lot to choose from. Justice
I
League had a
know.
lot of members at one point.
I
You know,
know.
they could have picked fucking, you know, Apache Chief if they wanted, but they didn't. But yeah, you're not wrong. They
was
they
great.
just
I
got
loved
everything
it.
right.
I loved
it.
it.
It was 100% right.
There's a scene with one of those supporting characters at like a base where he and Lois go, and I fucking love that. I love that.
That was the scene
so
I told you
much.
was the most Guardians of the Galaxy thing I've ever seen in my life.
love
and
that shit.
again, tears. I was so emotional. And when I saw that, then I started getting emotional because this reminded me of the things that I loved about Guardians of the Galaxy and how grateful I was that
Yeah.
James Gunn did this movie.
Yep.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Terrific. It was terrific.
It was terrific.
And so Henry came with me. Like we both.
He have a good time?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, man. It was great. It was great. It was a nice way to spend a couple hours on Saturday.
What a perfect summer movie.
Yeah.
Right? An absolute true summer blockbuster that was 100% worth the price of admission.
Oh yeah, totally. I loved it. I thought it was great.
Good. I'm glad. I'm really glad to hear that, man.
And not. It's really hard talking about because I really want to talk about it real bad. But
A couple
I know
of weeks, I want to go into this a little bit more with you.
it got me back into watching Dragon Ball because there's a twist in the Superman movie that was like, whoa, wait a minute. How long is that? Has that been part of the canon? And, because something similar, God, this is so fucking difficult to talk about. Something similar happens in Dragon Ball. Because, essentially, Goku is manga Superman.
Right.
And so it was interesting to see, like, that twist.
I don't know the Dragon Ball thing you're referring to, but I think I get what you're saying in regards to Superman.
I can tell you what it is in Dragon Ball, but savvy listeners, it'll spoil some shit for them in Superman.
I think I know where you're going with it. And
I'll tell you off the mic. How about that?
And not around him.
But but it made me want to watch Dragon Ball. So I've been doing that.
I am going to try to take the boys to see that.
They're going to love it.
Yeah, I think you're going to dig it too, dude. It's good, man. It's good.
Yeah. I hold both of your opinions in pretty high esteem. So I'm sold. You have to
go see it.
I am there, man. I'm going. That's it. I'm fucking going.
Other than that, other than watching Superman and getting me in the mood to watch a bunch of Dragon Ball Z, I've been playing a lot of Night Rain. Again, Elden Ring Night Rain, and I got in the mood to try a different character. There's a character that essentially wields katanas and is all about parrying, and that's been a lot of fun.
Cool.
So the other character I'd been playing as and was really getting comfortable with is a character called Iron Eye, which is like an archer. So, but yeah, this is a nice change, and Nicole and I played a bit, which was really nice. And then I'm playing a little bit solo too. So yeah, it's been good. And then that got me in the mood to play Elden Ring. So I've been playing a little bit of that as well. So
okay.
Maybe one day I will finish that game instead of just restarting it every 3 to 4 months.
Right.
But no promises. Other than that, I'm crying a lot because Tyler's dead. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
John?
Yeah. Well, the obligatory crying.
Right.
Of course. The mourning.
Which we've all been doing together. We've been gathering nightly at Vigil to cry and mourn Tyler's passing.
We named your giant polyp Tyler.
Yeah. Because it sadly, the day my polyp died was the same day.
Man, I thought you were going somewhere else with
The
that.
day the polyp died.
The day the polyp died. There is no polyp here. Sorry, John.
It's okay. No, it never gets old.
I mean, you wrote it.
I did. Look, it was a dark time, okay?
I got you. I hear you.
Word.
Everyone who's been there has had a moment where they were like, I fucked up. That was my moment.
Training, yes?
That was my moment. Yeah.
God damn.
No, I haven't. I've had an exceptionally underwhelming week. Nothing super interesting. I've worked on a car.
Hell yeah. Man shit.
Yeah,
As
like
we like to
serious stuff. Like a little more, like probably.
Manifolds were removed and replaced.
Manifold
Yes,
shit.
yeah, manifolds and valve
That's
covers
saying.
and
Manifolds are a
and
thing I
other
have heard in
parts.
science fiction.
Yeah.
They're a real thing.
Plasma manifolds.
What do they do? Do they disperse
They
heat?
shunt
EPS
one thing from one place to another.
Yes.
Sometimes it's heat, sometimes it's air.
Okay.
Sometimes
depends.
it's plasma
Sometimes
if you're
it's
watching Star
plasma,
Trek.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But manifold is the thing that channels something, some form of gas, from one place to another.
Okay.
So yeah, there was that. It's probably the most in-depth car stuff I've done just completely on my own. Like I've done more intricate stuff with him and with my buddy Micah, but not just like, okay, I'm going to take this shit and do this.
And this is the thing, John and I have the exact same kind of car. So this is the thing that I need to do to my car as well. So
Yeah.
it's really nice to hear how well it went for him.
Yeah.
And now he can tell me how to do it even easier.
We will knock it out much quicker in your case than it was
Exactly.
for me because I was really going slow.
How long
I
did
didn't
it
wanna
take?
Fuck anything up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it took me a while. Like I said, I really took my time with it.
Like, are we talking like
watched every single step of the video
Sure.
and went
Yeah, of
right
course.
through
Of
everything. And
course.
it's like now I'm like, oh man, I spent a lot of time I could have just done this.
Well,
real
yeah, it was your
quick,
first time. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
Of
So,
course, it's going to take longer.
it took me probably about 4 hours.
Okay.
But and like the video was like, it'll take you about 2 hours. And I was sitting there thinking like, yeah, in a shop,
When it's not
air
100
conditioned.
fucking degrees
I was having to go
outside.
in like it was so fucking hot.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so
that is the
fucking
worst.
humid.
Sadly, I live here as well.
Yeah, I was having to go inside. I would be able to work for like 30 minutes, and I would have to go like, well, maybe a little bit more than that. And then I would have to go get another towel because I was taking like hand towels out there and just wrapping them around my neck
Sure.
and just constantly having to sop the sweat up off my forehead. And literally, I'm like, I don't want any liquid falling into some of the things I'm taking off. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
Like-
electrical components. There's
Yeah.
components where there's supposed to only be air,
Yeah.
you know, and even a little bit of liquid could cause what we like to call vapor lock.
Vapor lock. So, I was having to do that constantly. Like, I feel like, yeah, in a shop with all the proper tools and everything, yeah, you could easily knock it out in 2 hours. I think we'll probably be able to do it in roughly that amount.
It would
of time.
take me way longer than that because I would have to stop that YouTube video and like pull up another one where it's like how to use these tools.
Oh no, it's actually like that's the thing. Every time I dig into even like newer motors, I'm always like, this isn't as complicated. This is not as complicated in reality as it was in my head.
Yeah,
You're like in my
always
head, I'm like, there's
overthinking it.
this is a metal box full of magic. I don't know how the fuck it works.
Yeah.
And like until I see like a cross section of everything moving, and even then I'm still like, but yeah, when I actually do it, I'm always like, oh, this isn't that complicated.
yeah, because now you understand
because now
it.
I've taken it
Right,
apart and put it
right.
back together,
Yeah,
so I get it
totally
a little
makes
more.
sense. Yeah.
But yeah, so there was that, and I told you off the mic how extremely excited I was that you started watching Strange New Worlds. I
Yeah.
just started, of course, season 3 just dropped
Right.
a few days ago.
Right.
And they dropped 2 episodes at the same time. I've watched one of them. I haven't watched the second one yet, but I will very shortly, maybe tonight. I don't know. But because I'm super pumped for it, because the first episode of season 3 is the continuation of the cliffhanger from
Gotcha.
season 2.
Okay.
And they did a thing that made me so happy because I am like every old school, every 90s Star Trek season ended without fail the same way. They always left you on a cliffhanger and it would cut off, and then the next season would start. They would recap the episode, and you would hear, the last time on Star Trek, The Next Generation, you get that voice, and then they'd recap, and then they would say, and now the continuation. And they did that, and I was like, yes, I love this so much.
They didn't do the anime thing where they end on a cliff. This isn't every anime, but a lot of them like to do
Yeah.
this. They'll end it on a cliffhanger, and then the next one will start, and it has nothing to do with that.
Nah, bro. Nah,
Like, what?
they drop you into the second it
All
left
right.
off. It's just like,
Good.
yeah,
Cool.
it
I'm
made
not there yet
It was-
either.
a super good episode.
Good.
Like, that 2-part episode is amazing. I'm super excited for you to get to the end of the first season.
Okay.
Probably not too far away from it.
We're moving pretty slow.
That's
this is
fine.
this is
It's-
a me and Nikki together show.
should be.
So
That's
by
cool.
its nature, it's slow going, and it
yeah,
will
but
be.
you only got like 10 episodes.
That's
and,
true.
Man, because they do such, because you talking about the Pike thing
Yeah, I love it.
earlier.
I love it.
That plays in super, super heavy. And I know that you've seen just enough TOS to really appreciate what they do at the end of the first season. It's fucking brilliant in my opinion.
Okay.
But yeah, so I watched Strange New Worlds, and I watched a little movie you guys may have heard of called Major League.
Oh, what's that I hear? Oh, it's the second segment of the show.
Second segment of the show. That was a segue, everyone.
Nice segue.
That's what we call
That was
segue.
what we call a segue.
So yeah, I hadn't seen Major League in a very long time. I'd seen it several times when I was growing up.
Yeah, same.
But I had not watched it in a very long time.
This is one that I watch probably every 5 years.
Really?
I will watch.
Oh, I bet
Not
I
like on
hadn't-
purpose.
you just happened to catch it?
Oh shit! It's been 5 years since I watched Major League. I better. It's just
There's an alarm that goes off on your phone. It's for every 5 years.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
It's like carbon dating.
I watched it
This happened
probably
8 major leagues ago.
I bet I'd probably seen that movie 6 or 7 times total.
Yeah.
But I bet I hadn't seen it in well over 10 years. Like well over 10 years.
Well, for those of our listeners who aren't familiar with this movie, I'm going to read a little summary,
Okay.
a little Chat GPT summary. I do not have a Tadpog
Oh
totals.
damn! You can read my mind. You can
I
read
do
my
not-
expression.
I can. I don't have a Tadpog totals because I thought this movie was funny enough without me having to try to add to it.
Okay.
I tend to go for the Tadpog totals on movies that are that have weird, unexpected shit that's like a bad horror movie or something that you're like, what the fuck?
Right.
But anyway, this is just a regular summary of the movie for anyone who doesn't know what it is. ChatGPT helps me with everything I do now, so just deal with it. Major League, 1989.
I would like to point out this is 2 years after Platoon came out, right?
Yes.
Man, that's fucked up.
And it has
This is
Charlie Sheen and Tom Berenger. That
Correct.
fucks me up so much because they could not fucking be different movies
Yeah,
with the
and
same people.
I
in
know.
them.
also informationally, this was my sophomore year in high school.
Nice.
A dysfunctional, ragtag Cleveland Indians team is assembled by owner Rachel Phelps to intentionally tank attendance and relocate the franchise to Miami, Florida. But the players, veteran catcher Jake Taylor, played by Tom Berenger, hot-headed rookie slugger Roger Dorn, played by Corbin Burnson. Most of the people listening to this show are not going to know the names of these actors. Some of these actors, look them up. They're great. Voodoo practicing slugger Pedro Serrano, Dennis Haysbert. Speedy outfielder Willie Mays Hayes, played by the
Willie
one
Mays
and
Hayes.
only Wesley Snipes.
fucking Snipes.
Watch Blade over the weekend too. By the
Yeah.
way,
Yeah.
hell of a fucking movie. And wild
Wesley
arm
Snipes
pitcher,
weekend.
wild arm pitcher Ricky Wild Thing Vaughn, played by Charlie Sheen, band together under manager Lou Brown, played by James Gammon, who I love, to beat the odds. They surmount Phelps' sabotage and reach the AL East playoff showdown. And I won't tell you how it ends. But it was a sports movie from 1989 about a bad baseball team giving it their best. So you can figure it out.
Sports
probably.
comedy.
Sports comedy. Let's see. Corbin Burnson. You know who Charlie Sheen is. Tom Berenger was in Platoon. Also, he was in Inception. Corbin Burnson was.
God.
Yeah. As
Wow.
As dude's a manager. His right-hand man.
Damn.
Wow.
Tom Berenger.
Forgot
everybody.
about that.
Wow.
Known for Corbin Burnson was in Psych. If you ever watched Psych, he was in that. He was also in L.A. Law.
L.A. Law, man. My parents fucking loved L.A. Law. I not
Margaret
so much,
Whitten,
but you know.
who played the owner, Rachel Phelps. She was in The Man with Two Brains. If you ever saw that movie,
I
I
haven't.
think I might have
It's a
missed
good
that
movie.
gem.
It's a good old funny, one of those like Incredible Shrinking Woman type movies. You know,
Yeah.
just from I want to say Steve Martin was in it. Wesley Snipes, of course, we know who he is.
Simon Phoenix.
No shit, man. I was just about to say Demolition Man.
Now, here's one
Nice.
for you. Now, you might, the voodoo guy, Dennis Haysbert,
Was the president.
In
I can't
24.
remember what show. Okay, 24. Yeah.
he was
shit, that
president.
was the
David
motherfucking
Palmer in
president.
24.
Every time they would show him on there,
He also did the insurance commercials for a
yeah,
while.
for like Allstate or
But
something.
to see him and know that that's the same guy, it is fucking crazy.
It's hilarious.
And then of course the late great Bob Uecker.
God, man.
Yeah.
This
God.
movie would not be this fucking
Nope.
same without him. It would be a worse movie without him.
Yeah.
It would
Yeah,
be.
absolutely.
He is such a great character in this film.
He really is, and all of the funny lines were his. I mean,
Well, not all of them, but
not
a
all
lot of
but
them.
a lot of them were his. Which is funny because this movie was filmed in Milwaukee, in the county stadium, set dressed as the Cleveland's ballpark. Bob Uecker actually worked at that stadium calling for the Brewers
Yeah.
since 1971.
And he was a professional baseball player.
Right.
Yeah.
Before that. Like,
He was my mom's favorite baseball player.
wow, no shit.
Somewhere I have his card, his baseball card.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and it's fucking old as shit.
Yeah, it'd be from
That's
like
awesome.
the 50s probably, right?
Yeah,
50s
I don't
or
know,
60s?
but it looks like
Yeah.
it was from the long ago.
Damn.
And then, of course, Charlie Sheen actually took some steroids to be in this movie.
To like bulk up
To bulk
a
up
little
just
bit.
a little, to have a little bit harder throw and be more authentic. Assuming he came off them, who knows? He never got super jacked, as far as I know. And then the line, of course, just a bit outside, is one of the top 5 sports movie lines ever,
Yeah.
according to Bleacher Report. And then finally, it had a budget of $11 million.
Oh,
It made $75 million worldwide, $50 million domestic, $25 million international. Still holding on to an 83% on Rotten Tomatoes,
Nice.
62 of 100 Metacritic, and an A- from CinemaScore.
That's way higher than I would have.
yeah,
expected.
Yeah,
me too.
It's just
me
it's
too.
cult classic status. It's just
It-
what
yeah.
it is.
I didn't realize that. I just thought this was a movie that I loved. I didn't realize that it was like a movie that like critics are like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because it doesn't feel like that kind of movie. It
No.
very much feels to me like the kind where critics are like, it sucks.
Yeah. You would almost expect them
Like
to
a
shit
hand,
on
like
it.
yeah, right, yeah.
Like, I would love to see the like Roger and Ebert review of Major League.
I'm sure we could find that.
I bet we probably.
Of course, it debuted at #1 the week that it came out, and of course, there's a sequel, Major League 2, and then Major League Back to the Minors. Because in case you don't know this about baseball, if your team is bad enough for long enough, it can be taken out of the pros and sent down to the minors. And
The whole team?
the team can be demoted into the minor league.
No shit. I knew like
Now,
players.
Phil, correct me if I'm wrong
Wow.
on this, but I'm pretty sure that's a thing. I know players can, but I'm wanting to say that if a team as a whole is underperforming for long enough that it can actually be taken out of the majors and bumped down to the minors so that they become a minor league team. Now, again, I could be wrong. I didn't look this up. Phil, we need your help.
My guess is that it would be less a performance, like a stats performance thing,
It's
and
attendance.
more of
Yeah,
more
money.
of like
Yeah,
A
money.
lot of it has to
Right.
do with attendance, and that's what this movie was based around.
Right.
Was whether or not we could get attendance low enough to get the team
Yeah,
relocated.
It's the
to a
producers,
different
but
city.
for baseball.
One of the things
Yes.
that I really love about this movie too, though, is because it's not about them winning the World Series.
I know
It's just about them winning the
the
pennant.
pennant.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
I
just
know.
win
I love that.
their division or league or whatever it is. I
Well, they
forget
do-
the two series or
Which obviously that's like
conferences or whatever.
a feat in itself. But
Oh, yeah.
but I feel like
Yeah,
the movie
absolutely.
does such a good job of like making that feel really important.
Really important,
It feels really important. And then I also love how like they win that game because it's like they show you what Tom Berenger's character wants to do
Dude,
early in
it's-
the movie, and then he does it later in the
Yeah.
movie, and then bunts.
He bunts.
It's
and
bunts.
so
it was
it's
a beautiful
so
moment.
good.
I love it.
Because
It's
he
so
calls
good.
his shot,
Right.
right? He
Twice.
He points to the outfield and he calls his shot. And yes, he does it 2 times
because
in a row.
he brushes him the pitcher
Right.
puts him in the dirt. At the same time, part of me was like, should have just took the hit, bro. you got the walk, but then again,
He's already got
loses
bad
that
knees,
bat.
John. I mean,
That's true. But like, he gets up and does it again, so it's like reinforcing that, and then
and you see him do that earlier on in the movie, like when he doesn't realize that Charlie Sheen's watching him do it. he's like fantasizing
About
Yeah.
hitting
his
that.
Babe Ruth home run.
Yeah.
in the empty park. Yeah,
Right.
because he's been, unlike a lot of them, he's been in the majors before, so he's coming back.
Right.
You know, he's getting that nostalgia walking back into a major league park, and you know, that is a funny moment too, because there at the end, Wesley Snipes and Charlie Sheen are standing there, and one of them says, "Man, you really got a hold of that one." And they both hold their hands up and look like off into the distance.
Yep. Yep. I love this movie.
I do too.
I love it.
I didn't mention that Renee Russo is
Dude,
she's the love interest, Tom Berenger's ex-wife in this
Man,
movie.
there's the line in the movie that like it's not intentionally funny, but it's like I thought it's such bad writing. I love this movie, but this line of dialogue is like
I've got some nitpicky shit.
where she's like, because like she used to be an athlete, she used to
a swimmer.
be a swimmer.
200-meter individual
Right.
medley.
Almost,
Right,
she was an alternate for the Olympic team.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's a scene where Tom Berenger's character goes to her place of work to convince her, I guess,
he's
to not
trying
marry.
to woo her in a very like 80s machismo way.
Right. So every time I watch this movie, it's a little bit farther from when it came out, and it gets that gets a little weirder because
Yeah.
it's like, but then again, it's like, I mean, it worked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
It's like you can't argue with the results,
it
right?
worked, and it's also kind of one of those things where it's like, I mean,
It's borderline.
I
Yeah.
mean, but I mean, obviously she still has feelings for him.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Well,
they
you
do
can
set
tell
up-
that because she like doesn't immediately fucking take off when she realizes that he's tricked her on the phone at the restaurant.
Right.
You know, like if she really did not like this dude, she would have just like hung up and fucking walked.
Right.
But that's not at all what happens.
And what is she working at a library?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's just
Yeah.
like, I was like, wait a minute, is she working at a
she's
library?
got the Reed license plate on the front of her car.
Yes, yes. And then like the like if there honestly the reason I was hoping there was a TADPOG totals is for this line where she tells Tom Berenger's character, "Books are my life now," and I was just like, who the fuck says that? A human didn't say that. Again, I love this movie. I think it's a fantastic movie, but like that line for the first time made me view this movie as like, it made me view it differently where it almost felt like it almost, I don't want to say like it didn't feel like it's not a super serious movie. It's just not a super serious movie. It has some good feels to it. Like it does a good job of like evoking emotion and like investment for me at least. But a lot of it is like, oh man, yeah.
Well, I think they kind of downplayed and phoned in the love story part just because the people that were here to see this movie were not here to see the love story part. But we have to acknowledge that all the dudes that came to see this movie might be bringing their wife and girlfriend.
Yeah.
Throw in case they're not interested in the baseball part, they might like the romance stuff. And it was cute. It was.
Oh yeah.
But it was brief. It was like so far from being a major part of the movie.
Right. Oh yeah, totally. It's like
On purpose.
It's like Tom Berenger's characters. Like that's his part of the story.
And he talks about how he's got his life together. He's trying to get this one last season and he wants to get everything right because he spent so much time getting it wrong.
Which from what we see at the very beginning of the movie is a complete fucking lie.
Right.
Because he's lying in that bed in Mexico, right?
With the chickens in the room.
Right.
And
a woman.
And a woman.
And a woman.
It's bad. And I'm sorry. It struck me as really funny. He makes no bones about like fucking up in the past, right? Because when they're having that conversation in the library, she mentions like you cheated, something to the effect of him cheating on her several times,
Right.
And he says something like, "Well, wouldn't you want a product that's in demand?" Or something like that. I was just like, man, that is the fucking worst way to go there.
Yeah, I
But
know,
it was
right?
still
But it works
funny.
out. It works out.
It was
right?
still funny.
That's like the other one where he says something about the other woman's body.
Yeah, and being
I don't know. She
better
gets
than her, or-
better than her
yeah.
body or something. And she's like, no,
Her body's not as good as my
Right.
body's better than hers. But she kind of fell for it. She
Right.
kind of bit on that for a minute, and then
she
she's
says
like,
it loud enough that
Yeah.
everyone kind of turns and looks,
Right.
and he just goes, she's right.
it's a great moment. It's a great scene. I felt like
Yeah.
the chemistry
And it's
was
like-
there.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
for sure.
I'm not 100% sure, but a lot of that is like one shot, like just follows
Yeah.
them as they're doing this without a break all the way around this
much.
In that
huge library,
yeah. It's a
which
really
was
good point.
really, really impressive,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, especially for a movie of this size. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I
For a to
a comedy.
to do that
Right.
in a comedy,
which yeah, it does. It's a comedy in the same way. It's like it's a weird. I can't really name another movie like Major League. Like, you know what I mean? Where it's like I feel like a lot of sports movies, I don't buy the schmaltz because it's really thick. You know what I mean? And this is thick. The schmaltz is thick in this movie.
Yeah.
But it's cut by so much like comedy
well,
that it's almost like an adult. Do you remember like the Disney sports movies? It's almost like one of those, but like instead
but they
of
say fuck.
With an
they say
edge.
fuck, right?
Yeah.
And they talk about sex sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, the other one, speaking of that, I also had that moment where part of me was like, I'd probably be all right for watch this with the kids, and then like right at the very opening, I had completely forgot about the chick in bed with him, and Andy was like, "Oh, I think there's there's some some allusions to some sex," and then I was like, "Oh no, they talk about fucking a lot." And, and they use some pretty coarse language. Not that the language would really bother me that much, but there's some pretty heavy innuendo in the movie. And one of my favorite parts is when, of course, Corbin Burnson is kind of the hoity-toity asshole baseball player
Right.
in this movie.
he's done well for himself.
He's done very
a
well for him.
Financial guy. He's invested in the stock market and made himself really super wealthy.
Yeah, and his wife, which they do a good job of setting up with Berenger going there to his house,
Right, and you meet
that's
the
your
wife.
introduction to his wife, and then
Who
there's
later-
a scene where his wife sees Corbin Burnson's character walking out of a room very suggestively with another woman,
Coldplay style.
Coldplay style, yeah.
It was like that same kind of thing.
It really
honestly.
was. And so she sees this and knows exactly what he's doing, and then ends up cheating on, or she ends up cheating on him with
Wild Thing.
Wild Thing, yeah, with Charlie Sheen's character.
But he doesn't know.
And Charlie Sheen doesn't know that it's his wife.
Right.
And that whole thing, I loved that whole thing and then at the end you
it's
expect him to just, be super shitty with him, and he does punch him eventually. But after he tells him to strike this motherfucker out,
I
or
love
strike
that.
this guy the fuck out, or something like that. I can't remember. But yeah, super, super good scene.
Yeah, it's good.
Good
I mean,
resolution.
it is, and it's like
All the baseball shit is fucking spot on too, though, man. I love the fucking old guy picture when she takes his shirt off.
It's like I got
There's
Crisco on my shoulder.
It's like, what is that shit on your shoulder? He's like, that. Oh, that's Crisco. It's like, I got some Bengay over here. I got this. He's like, got shit
He
everywhere.
said, I got some Vagisil down here. He said, and if I can't get that past the umps, then I'll just hawk up some snot. It's like, you put snot on the ball? Yeah. Whatever it takes.
It's nice to see characters, because I feel like every character in this movie, at least all of the baseball players, I guess I'll put it that way, are just real upfront about shit. You know what I mean? Like there's no like hiding shit from anybody. No. It's just this is how I feel, and you're gonna hear about it.
Yep.
I love the coach. My God. I wish I
know.
could remember the guy that played the coach. That guy is so fucking good.
Oh, he's
like,
great.
You
Dude.
I cannot imagine any other human being playing
I know.
that part. Like,
When they
it's
call
so
it-
perfect
His
for
voice is amazing.
Yes.
And his fucking mustache is like
my wife
on
was like,
another
he sounds
level.
like he smokes about 5 packs a day.
That's probably accurate.
And I love that, like, when he's called to coach the team, he's working in like an oil change
No,
shop.
he's working at a tire place or
He's a tire-
something, and
Ah.
he's like, hey, do you want to come coach the Cleveland Indians? He's like, man, I ain't got time for this. I got someone on hold for a set of steel belted radials.
One of
And
them
it hangs up.
I can't remember. One of them says something like, "Oh, I've got the GM for the Yankees on the other line."
Yeah, no one believes him.
No one thinks they're real.
And I love this scene where they're in the locker room and the owner, who inherited the team from her dead husband, who, like Ian said earlier, wants the team's attendance to fall so far low that they relocate the team to Miami.
It's a stipulation in the contract with the city that says if which I love the fact that they go to the trouble of mentioning that it's in the contract and that's why she's doing it.
Right.
Like
They do a good job, of like
Yeah.
setting it up and letting you know the stakes and all that. I love the scene where she fucking like
Walks
they're
in the
all
locker room.
and they're like she walks in and
like
like
Donald
all
Trump into a pageant.
and like all the
backstage in a pageant.
all the fucking baseball players are like covering up except for the fucking coach. He's buck ass naked, unfazed by her, like standing like Superman style.
He's,
like
he's
hands on
about
his
to
head.
get in the hot tub when she walks in, so he's completely nude, and he's just standing there like fists on the hips, like, "What are you doing?"
She's like, I can handle it if you can. He just never breaks stride.
No.
Like, completely does
love
not
that.
care that he's nude in front of this woman.
I love that. I love his character.
I do too.
So much.
And the way that he handles his team with diplomacy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you expect that he's going to be like this hard ass, get the fuck out of my office kind of guy.
No.
But really, he's kind of sensitive.
He
and
is.
he handles things in a super professional.
Like the way he diffuses that situation where Ricky Vaughn,
Yeah.
they trick him and put
Yeah, they put the red tag.
in his
Yeah.
locker, so he thinks he's cut.
Yeah,
and he
and
goes into the coach-
having a little fun with you.
he fucking throws that ball and murders the file cabinet
Yeah.
with it.
But he handles things with diplomacy and efficiency and patience and
Yeah,
And
he's
you
like
know,
a good dad for the
he
dad.
is.
He
For a
really
team, yeah.
is.
and they have that. There's a really nice moment where they show they keep for their transportation to away games. They start out by well, we're going to try to demoralize them by taking away everything. So they put them on. The first thing they do is they put them on this just shitty like World War II era plane.
Which when I first saw this movie when I was a child, didn't get that joke.
No,
I was
no.
more like, they got a fucking cool plane.
Yeah, it says Indians on it. It's like a 1942 like DC-10
Yeah.
with 2 props.
and then they take them down a peg even more and make them ride a bus everywhere, which is also like a 1942 passenger bus or whatever. But at one point, the coach has got his office set up in the back of the
Right.
bus, and he calls Charlie Sheen in and he talks about the final game, and he says, "Hey, I gotta let you know, I'm not going to start you in this game." And because the other guy's got more experience, and I think he can handle.
He's got a better record
He's got
against
a better
the
record
Yankees,
against the
yeah.
Yankees, and so because the Yankees become their rivals in this game, and they really show a lot of progression and character development in Charlie Sheen's character because he says, "I understand." He's very cool about it.
Right.
He's learned
At
patience
this point,
from this coach's example, and I thought that was really neat. Some of these little nuancy things that I never really thought about before. As I'm older, I catch on to a lot easier, and I thought they were really nice little ribbons to put on there.
One other scene that I've always really, really liked, because not only because it's funny, but also just I really like the scene and I really love the way they shot it. And that is when they all first get to training camp, right? And they're in this like barracks essentially with the double beds and everything. And they realize that Willie Mays Hayes, Wesley
was
Snipes'
not
character,
invited.
was not actually invited to the training camp. Homie just showed up, and
in his Volkswagen Beetle that had a
Rolls
Bentley,
Royce,
a Rolls Royce
front end on it.
hood on the front. I loved that. That was, a
great.
touch.
So the security guards don't even wake him up. They come in at night and they just pick the bed up and carry it outside. So you see them walk out with the bed, and then the next scene, everyone's playing baseball on the field. They're out there practicing, and he's just sitting there in the bed outside. And he's like, oh, shit. You know, he sees what's going on. And one of the things they're doing is they're running two-man runs, two-man sprints. It looks like they're running from like third. I don't know. Maybe they're running a little further. But and these guys they start running. And he comes up from behind them, just like out of nowhere, still in his pajamas, and ends up running right down the middle of them and passing them. Like he's that fast, like to the point where they were just like,
Get him a uniform.
yeah, he passes the line. The assistant coach just holds the stopwatch up to the coach's face, and he just goes, get him a uniform.
There's so many great lines, like one-liners in this movie, like that just stick like that.
Yeah.
Get him a uniform. Like that's just like such a great like. It doesn't need to be any more than that.
No,
you know
and
what
it-
I mean? It's
And
like,
they do a great job too. At the end, you see like the older pitcher guy, I can't remember his name, and Serrano like hugging each other. Like they look at themselves for a
They've
second, and
kind
then
of
they
been
start
like
hugging each other
rivals
again.
because
You know,
dude is kind of like questions his voodoo practice. But
yeah, Vaughn
one of
and Dorn, he hits him, and then they start hugging again,
Yeah.
even after he hits
What was it? What was it? The voodoo guy said. He said, do you not like Jesus? And the voodoo guy says, oh, I like Jesus just fine.
He says Jesus.
Jesus,
Yeah.
I like Jesus. He just doesn't play baseball or something like that. I can't remember, but just another one of those.
You saying Jesus Christ
Christ
can't hit a
can't,
curveball?
right. Yeah. I love that shit, man. It's so funny. And it's like you talking about Willie Mays Hayes, like
I love
he's
his
super
character.
fast. He can't hit for shit. So like they do a good job in spring training to like show you like
Yeah,
these are all characters who have min-maxed.
yeah.
And it's like they have like really strong talent in some areas to like a great deficit in others. So they set it up so that you see them overcome those difficulties, and you see that through like Ricky Vaughn, because Ricky Vaughn can throw really fucking fast, but he
Yeah.
has no control over the ball. And then it's discovered that,
He needs glasses.
He needs glasses.
Which is so great.
I know.
Just a simple little fix. And then of course he's got those big black glasses with the skull
The
and
skull and
crossbones in the
crossbones.
middle.
I
I've
know,
always
right?
wanted a pair.
Same.
Yeah.
Girl, same.
It's just like, would I be brave enough to wear those daily? Yeah, I think I would.
As long as you get the same haircut.
Yeah,
I
with
feel
the
like. With the
zigzag-
fucking
the
lightning,
zigzag-
zigzag diamonds in the back. Yeah.
And he was like,
called him veg.
you
said,
still
did
had hair. You could have got that haircut.
Although I
Did
did,
did you get your hair cut with a Vegematic? Or
I did laugh when, because he's like this badass from like prison, and he played in prison league ball, and it's like, so it makes sense because he's a hothead, so it makes sense. I could actually buy it to be like, even if he knew there was something wrong with his fucking eyes, this is the kind of person who might not fucking wear glasses.
He wouldn't admit.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
He wouldn't admit that weakness.
And
kind
I
of thing.
think that's reinforced by the fact that the glasses do have fucking skull and crossbones and shit on it. Like, I feel like that's a real.
Well, he
I feel like
says-
that's good filmmaking.
I've got to
He gets
do
the
it.
the first time he has those brownish glasses that they just give him.
Right,
They're like,
yeah.
here, wear these. And he's looking at him, and they're all kind of joking with him
Right,
about
that
how
is
dorky
true.
they look. And then he pitches that. He says, he's like, all right, but after this game, I'm going to get something that's more my speed or something like that,
Right.
more my style. And then he does.
I love his character.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
a great character.
The part where he comes in, he's like, hey, I was playing in the Mexican league. And he's like, where you been playing? He's like, California Penal. He's like, what league is that?
So my headcanon is that This Charlie Sheen, Ricky Vaughn is who is in the principal's office waiting in Ferris Bueller.
Yes. Yeah.
Drugs. Yeah.
Shauna.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite scenes in
Yeah,
Ferris Bueller.
It's great.
It's so good.
So that's been my headcanon for a long time, is that those two characters
Okay.
are the same.
That works. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there wasn't a game for Major League per se. We didn't get an actual game, but we did find a game to play.
We
3
did.
games, as a matter of fact.
I played 3 of those fuckers.
I played the first one, Super Bases Loaded, and
Do we have a
we
letter?
do have a letter from Brad.
Scene Lord.
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 Let me bring that up. My trusty, mostly used for reading manga iPad now.
While you do that, one more thing about the movie.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Just one more.
Did I cut away too
Oh, no,
soon?
please.
No,
I could continue.
We could do this.
I could really talk. I could talk about Major League for longer than the runtime of Major League.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
The scene, my favorite scene as a child, the first time I saw this, and what made me fall in love with this movie is the scene where, to motivate the players, the coach brings in a cardboard cutout with the
Oh,
stickers,
yes.
the
Stickers
stickers
over her.
stickers that pull off.
And she says, "You suck."
Yeah.
It's got the bubble,
Yeah.
the
That's
text
really
bubble.
great. And
So,
still effective.
Every time they win a game, they pull off one of the stickers, revealing more.
There
of
was
her
one other thing that
body.
I meant to mention earlier on, and I don't mean to say this to take anything away from the movie, but man, one thing I had forgotten is just how much synthesizer there is in the soundtrack of this movie.
I looked up the sound. I listened to the
Holy
soundtrack on YouTube.
Yeah.
When I
fuck.
was done.
There-
It's great. I
It
love
is
it.
good.
I
It's
was
so
like,
good.
It almost made me want to stream again so that I could use some of the music
Yeah.
as like an intro.
Oh man, it was the most 80s
It is.
fucking music I've ever heard.
I love it.
I do too.
I also love the fucking poster for the movie. Like, it's iconic with the fucking
Yeah,
blue sky
with the
and the baseball with the mohawk and the fucking shades. Yeah.
But the other thing was, the only issue I do have is the Randy Newman opening.
Oh yeah, I meant to ask Ian
track.
about
Like,
that.
oh my god,
Dude,
it's
every time I watch this fucking movie, I forget
yeah.
that the
I forgot
fucking
too.
opening scene is
I'm the
Randy
same.
Newman, and
Yeah.
it fucking infuriates me. Whoever came up,
I don't know what the fucking
whoever
lyrics,
the
but-
fuck came up with the idea of Randy Newman being a thing needs to be fucking fired.
Yeah.
probably Randy Newman.
I can't stand him.
The-
As I have said ad nauseum on this show, I hate Randy Newman's music.
He's
And
off.
it
I
is-
forgot to ask you. That's the first thing when this movie started. I was like,
You thought
don't
of
forget
me.
to ask Ian about Randy
Yeah.
Newman.
Dude,
He
it
almost made it through without me getting mad about Randy.
every
Newman.
single time I hear a Randy Newman song, I think of the skit from Family Guy.
Oh,
Do you remember? Yeah. And like it's the one where it's like an apocalyptic, and he's just there's it's a fucking wasteland, but then there's this one little perfect circle with a house on it. There's grass, there's a tree with apples, there's like everything you want right there. It's like this oasis in the middle of the desert, and they're like, oh, this place is great. Why isn't anyone here? And they're like, probably has something to do with Randy Newman. And there's just Randy Newman on a piano, and he's just singing everything. And people are like, all right, let's go. And they just leave it all behind to get away from Randy Newman.
He's eating an apple. Walk into the door. Fucker. Get fucked, Randy Newman. I'm sure he's a nice guy. I just can't stand his
They're
fucking
not
music.
doing any favors for Cleveland in that opening.
No
I know
shit.
I know
Right.
they're trying.
They're
to
trying.
do
The song
that,
is
but
about the
it's like-
fucking river burning
It's the same.
with trash
And the
cold.
shots
The
are very
smog and the
unflattering.
factories and everything.
It's like the opening to fucking Mr. Mom. And they're talking about how they show shots of Detroit, and you're like, ooh, I don't want to be in Detroit because this is what it probably really looks like. All right, to the game. Super Bases Loaded, and 2 and 3. I'm seeing Lord, Brad.
Lord.
He begins, "Good evening. I've never done an email for an episode with multiple games, but I pulled a review for all 3. Read them if you want, or don't." I guess he thought the same thing you did. Maybe I was the only one not paying attention, Dave. Super Bases Loaded got a 9 out of 10 outstanding from Brian Carroll.
Woo!
In the winter/spring 93 Game Players Encyclopedia of Nintendo Games. Brian Carroll is now a professor at the department and the department chair of the Department of Communication at Berry College in Mount Berry, Georgia.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell
Good for you,
yeah.
Brian
Berry
Carroll.
College, baby. Represent.
When he wrote this
honeybees. I
review,
don't know.
he had a
I don't know what the fuck
bachelor's
they
in
are.
journalism and a master's in political science. How many game writers now have that kind of CV? Probably not many, but I'm sure Rusty Nuts or Sweat D Balls at GamePro didn't have a CV that good back then either. Nice. Here we go. Here's a review for Super Bases Loaded. A new standard has been set, a new level of realism achieved. Super Bases Loaded, the Super Nintendo version of Ryan Sandberg Plays Bases Loaded 3, is a visual masterpiece. It's a visual masterpiece, huh?
You heard it here first.
And a lot of fun to play, too. No other baseball game available dazzles the eye like this one. From base hits to the scoreboard ads, its precision and clarity are astonishing.
God, I'm sorry to interrupt a fucking review that was
Please.
published, but I have in my fucking notes, there are ads in this game for Watch and Laserdisc and Island. These are the ads he's talking about?
Apparently, everything groundbreaking has to start somewhere.
That's true.
You know?
That's true.
If from the base hits to the scoreboard ads, its precision and clarity are astonishing. Even the players' uniforms are a vivid example of the SNES's rich palette of colors. Oh boy.
Wow.
I got some things to say about this game too, and I'm not going to be hard on it. I had a decent time with it, but this
Sure.
is a lot.
Okay. Yeah.
This is a lot. This is
Like-
not the way I
like-
saw this. He had some like bachelor's degree colored glasses on when he wrote this fucking thing.
Might have had some money colored glasses on.
I mean, college isn't cheap, John. The gameplay also sets standards. The gameplay also sets standards. I wanted to repeat that poignant line.
Word.
Yeah, it do. The field dimensions and player size are realistic in proportion to the action on the field, something rare in most sports simulations.
Okay.
You can also track the location of all 9 fielders at the same time, which absolutely isn't a problem ever.
If you think it's never a problem in the first game,
Oh boy.
wait till
Can't
the
wait
second.
to hear that. You can also track the location of all 9 fielders, which means your odds of catching a long fly ball are now the same as those of the system fielded team. The gameplay also sets standards. The field dimensions and player size are realistic in proportion to the action on the field, something rare in most sports simulations. You can also track the location of all 9 fielders at the same time. I just read all that. Sorry. Like the 8-bit Bases Loaded 3, Super Bases Loaded also features a rating system that assesses not only the ball players, but you as well, based on variables such as how many bases your players steal, how many base runners your pitcher is able to pick off, and how many times your hitters strike out. Your overall performance is analyzed, evaluated, and scored following each win against a computer opponent. I just want to say that nothing is more appealing to me about a video game than being fucking judged on my performance. Because,
That's honestly, that's the thing that I liked the most about Super Bases Loaded was that it was like, oh, okay, because they tell you there's this fucking screen
Yeah,
of
right at the
scrolling
beginning.
text that says, play the perfect game. Get a perfect rating. It's not enough just to beat the other team. And that's like some Conan the Barbarian shit.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, fuck yeah, all
you
right.
want to hear the
What are we gonna
limitations
do
of
to
their
them?
women. You
Right,
want to see them
exactly.
driven before you.
Yes, I'm in. And it goes, your play is rated in 13 categories. Every time you make an error, strikeout, or make one of several other bonehead plays, points will be deducted from your overall rating. What y'all drinking over there?
Maybe a little bourbon.
Yeah, a little bourbon.
Just
Hell
keep it-
yeah.
I have been going to bed early
Yeah.
since my procedure.
Sure.
And I'm fighting with sleep deprivation.
Oh, shit.
Well, I'm fighting with the fact that I've been sleeping too much. I'm trying to stay awake better.
I got you.
Go ahead.
Oh no. What kind of bourbon is it?
Evan Williams.
Ooh, shit.
The good stuff.
Nice.
I can get some.
I'm all right. I'm good. Thank you.
It's in the car.
That's all right. I'm going to have a little fun when I get home. I'm going to have me some fun.
I'm going to have me some fun. I'm going to have me some fun.
The scrolling text continues. I also love that it says literally Bonehead Plays.
Yeah.
That is like such a...
It's already like demoralizing
Yeah.
you from before you ever even start
course.
playing.
It's also a very like... This game came out in 1991.
Yeah.
Which I think might have a lot to do with all the good things that the reviewer that Zine Lord sent in.
Because in
said.
1991...
It's the first year
There's
of Super
some,
Nintendo.
There's some
So,
stuff about this game
Sure.
that would, in all seriousness, would be considered groundbreaking.
Totally. I agree with that.
It doesn't necessarily survive the test of time, but if you look at it through the lens of 1991, that helps.
It continues. Your ultimate goal is to beat a level 5 team and receive a perfect rating of 100. Can you play the perfect game?
No.
I can't either, but I will tell you that to me, a regular not baseball video game enjoyer, to me, that was a great pitch, pun intended, because it's like, oh shit, okay. I've got like, for whatever reason, that goal means more to me than like taking this team to win.
That you just won the series
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
I get it, but for me, it's like it just puts pressure on.
Totally.
I want to play and hopefully win, but there wasn't going to be a chance of me doing that. I did think, however, I didn't hate this game.
I didn't either.
I thought there were some good things about it, like I just wasn't good at it.
I also was not good at it. My first game ended 7-15.
Yeah, my first game ended with a mercy rule. Like
really, they've
it was
got
like
that in there.
8-0 or whatever the fuck it is in baseball, where if you are that far ahead in the third inning, you're done. They call it.
I can tell you that they got rid of the mercy rule in Super Bases Loaded 2.
Did they?
Where my first game ended 17-0.
Well, I gave up too frequently, but I had the most trouble with hitting. I could not read the pitches very well
dude.
because it's at a sort of a 3/4 angle and you can't see if the ball's going outside or if it's too high or whatever. You can't really make a good determination as to whether you should swing at it or not.
Right.
So you got to swing at everything.
And also the camera angle is positioned from behind the pitcher.
Right.
Even when you're batting, it doesn't switch.
Right.
So it's like that makes it which apparently is like a bases loaded staple.
Right.
Like that's the thing that bases loaded games did from the beginning on the NES.
Yeah.
And I did play the first bases loaded on the NES just a little bit to see like, how it compared.
Now, I do remember I looked that one up because I didn't have a Super Nintendo, but I had an NES, and I definitely rented and played. And I want to think one of my cousins actually had just regular bases loaded.
I felt like those finding a bases loaded video game at a friend's or cousin's house was like very easy to do.
Yeah, they
like
were very common.
they have to be extremely common, right?
Well, I just didn't like that angle. I wanted it to either be behind the batter or right behind the pitcher so I could see the direction the ball was going. I'd even mind the fact that they were behind the pitcher even when you're batting because it made sense. And I liked fielding the ball when I was on defense. I was good at pitching. I got several strikeouts, and when there were base hits and stuff, I liked the way that you determine how to throw the ball to a base. So if you get like a line drive and let's say the shortstop picks it up, the D-pad is laid out like the baseball diamond. Right. So the left is first base, down is second base, right is third base, and up is home. So when my shortstop would run and scoop up the ball, I would push towards first base and hit throw, and he would throw to first base.
That's cool.
And you could also score double plays that way by going first base, and then if you could see like on the little map the runner. If there's a runner still trying to make it to second or even third, you could try to throw the ball to the correct base to tag that runner out. And when it was like a pop fly or when it was even out in the outfield or something, it would show where you are, and then it would show where the active player closest to the ball was, so that you could position to get underneath it or whatever. So that part made a lot of sense to me. The hardest part for me was batting, and it was literally just batting, honestly, because even the running the bases as offense, you could push runners to the next base by doing the same kind of thing. You press what base you want them to go to and hit the button, and they'll run, and you'll see their little dot moving. Mm-hmm. It was when you're pitching, you could pick off runners that are trying to steal.
Right, and you can try to steal.
You can try to steal.
You can give yourself as much of a lead as you want.
I mean, mechanically, functionally speaking, I thought it was complete. I thought they had it was good. I thought the crowd was obviously just a big mess of color.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just watched somebody hit a home run and was like, "Oh God, that looks terrible."
Did you see the ad for watch?
No, I didn't. I wasn't.
Didn't
paying
that look like
attention.
such a good watch?
I like how at the beginning of each inning, though, it does the whole where it starts out lined up with the pitcher and then like shifts to give you that like 3-dimensional feel.
Mode 7.
Yeah.
And, I thought it looked fine. I won't say it had a rich color palette for the uniforms. They were either like blue, white and blue, red and blue, blue and red, black and red. It wasn't like varied.
Some of these are like
big color palette shifts.
We like this video that I'm watching. These guys are the Mets. It's the Mets color palette, but it's like they just don't have the Mets logo.
Yeah. This is not.
It's all when it was like the LA Dodgers.
This is not a licensed MLB product, obviously.
Which which I don't mind personally.
Yeah.
And they also like give the teams fun names, and I'm sure real sports people.
The Houston Amoebas.
It's the Atlanta
Amoebas. Okay.
The Boston Buzzards, the Chicago Cyclops. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
The New York Mercs.
Mercs?
New York Mercs.
Maybe.
Like the mercenaries?
MERCS.
Okay.
That spells
Take it as you will.
MOON. That spells Mercs.
The Philadelphia Hawks, the Washington Weasels, Hawaii Islanders,
That's kind of on the nose, right?
Kansas City Kings, Los Angeles Lizards, Seattle Storm, Texas Tornadoes, and the Utah Stars.
Okay.
They get the MLBPA license and Super Bases Loaded 3. So they don't use team names, but they use real player names.
Aye.
Which, to be honest, doesn't work for me. The charm kind of lost me a little bit.
I've always said that for games like football, baseball, that kind of thing, I've always would prefer the realism of having the Yankees or the Red Sox or the Indians.
Yes.
What are they called now? What are the Indians called now?
The Guardians.
The Guardians. Donald Trump's trying to get it changed back to the Indians.
He's talking about the Washington Redskins, who are the Commanders now.
He's trying to do the
He's
Indians
trying to get
too.
it. Oh, he's trying to get the Indians changed back too? Man, just like, look over here. Don't pay any attention to what's going on over there.
Exactly.
Think about sports teams' names, because that's definitely the most important thing happening right now.
Remember when your fucking freedoms were taken away when they changed those names to be more inclusive to marginalized people?
Not racist.
Yeah. Just not racist anymore.
Well, what's
That's kind of what
crazy-
we were shooting for there, DT.
What's crazy is they found a tweet from him from like 2013 when Obama recommended that the Redskins' name be changed. Like he was just saying, "Oh, I think this name should be changed," and he's like going off about how the president shouldn't be telling these people to change. What a tyrant, And it's like he's doing this same fucking thing.
So,
But it's the racist name, so
Yeah.
Whatever.
Boy.
Sorry. Anyway,
Anyway, so for me, I thought it was an enjoyable game. I've always liked baseball. I've always been a fan of it.
Sure.
So I enjoyed this. I don't think it's easy to break baseball, right? I think it's pretty straightforward as long as you can get the controls to a point of being understandable. And at one point, I think one of the reviews mentioned, or maybe something I read mentioned, that's the hang up, is getting a hang of the controls. Once you've got that, it's an enjoyable experience, and I thought it was fine. I'm not a big sports game guy, but I enjoyed this, and I thought it was serviceable. Now, again, as I mentioned before, having not understood the assignment, I did not play Super Bases 2 and 3, but I do have more letter about these games if you'd like me to read those. Unless you're still, are there more points to cover for you for part one?
I wanted
Game
to.
one?
I wanted to mention that I'm also not obviously like a big baseball video game lover, but I didn't hate this game. I do think that we do need to mention that this game doesn't have like a regular season mode or like an all-star.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just you
It's just
play
play games.
a game, right? And then you win
It
or
is
lose.
two-player.
there's no like continuity. There's no going through a season or anything like that.
No, it's
Okay.
very bare bones in that.
There is a 2-player mode though, which is nice.
Yeah, it is
to be able to
nice.
play with a friend. That would be a great way to pass a Friday, Saturday night sleepover
Sure.
kind of thing, for sure.
Not a bad game. Not my favorite.
No, but it's serviceable. I mean, I wouldn't have been mad if I'd have rented this one.
And I like Jalico. There are a lot of Jalico games that I like.
Yeah.
And so when I saw that logo come on the screen, I was like, oh, okay, maybe this isn't going to be as bad as I anticipated it. And it wasn't a terrible experience.
No.
I didn't want to play more of it.
I'd probably be more comfortable playing something like this than like, a new baseball game.
Oh, for sure. The more layers of abstraction that you have on like a baseball game, for me, the more that I actually enjoy it. Like the simpler it is, as long as it's fast. Because like when I went to play Bases Loaded, the original on the NES, I was like, oh, this is so slow. It's like,
Yeah.
and I feel like even like Super Bases Loaded, like when you throw the ball, when you're doing fielding, it just seems like it takes forever for the ball to like travel.
Really
Yeah.
does. It really does.
They kind of we can do this however you want. If you want to save Super Bases Loaded 2, we can save the rest of what Brad sent. We can do it as its whole episode or however you want to do it.
Well, I don't know. It just really depends on how much you can say the game varied from version 1 to version 2. If it's
can do
not
that.
the same, I don't. Or if it's close enough, if it's just a little bit of improvement or less of an improvement over the, I say we cover it today.
Okay.
And just get it done.
Let's do that then. Do you mind? Sorry, Zine Lord, we're kind of cutting close.
Yeah, I'm not gonna read the whole thing. I will summarize here that Brad writes Super Bases Loaded 2 from Ben D Rules in the 1994 Game Pro basically touts the controls and that it's not the greatest graphics. It's not doesn't have the player names. Blah blah blah. Says Super Bases Loaded games have always been popular. This one will be too, no doubt. For all its flaws, it's still nice, uncomplicated game. It's easy to enjoy. It got a solid average 3.5 across the board for graphic, sound control, fun factor on that. That was 2.
That was 2.
Yeah.
So in 2, which came out in 1994, they added modes, which I thought that's really nice. Not really for me, but it's nice to see that. To me, a baseball game, like a basic feature is to have a season mode.
Yeah, absolutely. Any sports game should,
Yeah.
honestly.
So they add a regular season, which is 162 games. They add an exhibition mode, an all-star mode, and they allow you to design a team. So it's like, cool. These are like some new fucking features. This is great. However, out of all 3 of them, I hated this one the most. I felt like they decided to move away from their staple bases loaded staple of cameras behind the pitcher, and now the camera is behind the batter.
Okay.
It's fine.
I can see the logic
This is
there.
all the time?
Yes, and
Okay.
I'm used to this.
So it doesn't switch when
No.
you're pitching versus batting.
It's been a few days. I've slept a couple times since I played it, but in my mind's eye, no, it's just behind the batter. And there is, I thought, okay, so the batting in this game, I thought was way harder than Super Bases Loaded.
Good Lord.
Way harder. And you would think that with the camera being behind the batter now, that it would be easier to bat. But it's like, I got so frustrated because it's like, you can't really get a gauge on how high or low the ball is because it's like coming at you like in 5 frames, and yeah, right, exactly. It's stuttering kind of towards you, but quickly, you know. And then it's so not only that, but it's like, I swear to you, dude, like there were times where that ball, because there's a home plate.
Yeah.
There's a mode 7 home plate, and then they got the batter boxes. There are fucking times where that ball went over the batter box and they called a strike. And it's just like, come the fuck on. Like, this is not me being a middle school kid, like throwing a tantrum. It's just like, guys, that was a ball.
We can see where that was.
Maybe that's baked in.
Maybe
Maybe it's supposed to, because like I've seen a lot of really shitty fucking calls in baseball.
Can you start? Can you
there's
start a
no
fight with the ump?
Oh, you should.
I
You should be
wish.
able to get kicked
I
out.
would
That
have.
be-
Ejected. Yeah, for sure.
It also has a nice sound bite of strike.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh, that's nice. I heard that a lot when I was batting.
Yeah.
And then sometimes the field, I thought this was weird. Sometimes the fielding is handled in mode 7. So it's like, if it's like within the baselines, it's like mode 7, where it's like you just kind of see large sprites of the characters like moving around. And if it goes outside of the baselines, if the ball's hit outside of the baselines, then it goes to the overhead view that we're used to, like from Super Bases Loaded. I thought that was weird.
Yeah.
I see what they're going for because it feels more realistic in this like mode 7, like the field is shifting and you see the players, but I thought it was hard to play that way. And then, yeah, that's pretty much, those are the major differences.
Tell me about 3. I'm not going to read any more reviews. We are running short on time. So what's you said you liked 2 the least.
Yeah.
Tell me what made 3 stand out above 2. Which one did you like the most? 1 or 3?
It's tough, man. 1.
Okay.
Yeah. I liked 1 the most, but it's like, I wish that I could take elements. We can just get rid of 2. I wish that I could take elements from 3 and put it in 1, like a mix and match.
Yeah.
Because then I feel like, oh shit, we got a great baseball game. The throwing in 3 felt so fucking good.
Did it?
Like
pitching or throwing?
Like throwing, like from first base to second,
Okay,
like
yeah.
that felt so good. And it's like, it felt fast and it felt snappy. And it's like, fuck yes. This is, you know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
like, but the runners are sped up too, you know? So
Yeah.
it's like, fuck yes. We're not like playing this game at like 75% speed. Like, this feels like this is the right speed. It
Yeah.
needs to be this fast. Like I said earlier, it was licensed by the MLBPA, and there are the different modes in Super Bases Loaded 3 licensed to steal.
Oh.
Don't know why they decided to add that, but they did. So
What year was this?
1990. This one was also 1994.
Came out the same year.
At least that's what this is
Wow.
based on the title screens.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, there might be a little wiggle room there. It has the same modes: the season, the exhibition, a championship, and an MVP game. We lose the fun team names in this one because it's MLBPA, they decide that they're just going to use the city names. So it's no longer
That's-
like the Atlanta Amoebas. It's just
Atlanta.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of smart.
It is.
I feel
I
like.
get why they do it, but
Because you've got the players and you've got the city.
Right.
There's just one little
Right.
component that you don't have.
I get it, but you lose all the fun little like logos and shit that they made.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the throwing is way snappier in Super Bases Loaded 3. What I really didn't like about the game was that when you field, you control one player, which is normal, but it's like all the other players on the team they're just like frozen in time. It would have been nice if there was like some AI where it's like, if you're not controlling the shortstop, because you're not going to be controlling the shortstop immediately after pitching. Like, it's just, you're not going to be, you can't switch that fast. The shortstop should do his fucking job like automatically. You know what I mean?
Like he's supposed to in real life.
Not just fucking watch it go right by his fucking foot. Like, it there needs to be some kind
If
of
you ever tank a play like that again.
right.
I thought one of the things in the article that Brad sent us was apparently if you hit one out of the park, it shows the parking lot. And it shows cars getting hit with baseballs in the parking lot, which I think is kind of
That is funny. I like that. But I mean, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
That's the gist of it. I don't want to spend too long.
Well, I have some stuff.
Okay.
I have some achievements.
Okay. And thank you, Zine Lord, by the way.
Yes, thank you very much. I have some ChatGPT achievements. I also have some of my own. In the interest of time, I'll read mine.
Okay.
My first achievement is one hit. All we got is one goddamn hit. And to get that, you lose a game having scored only one base hit.
Shh, you can't say goddamn on the air.
Nobody's listening.
Nobody's listening anyway.
I love that.
By the way,
the entire time, man.
In the very first scene where they show Bob Euchre sitting in the booth, there is a bottle of Jack Daniels prominently displayed right beside it. That shit cracks me up.
By the way, all mine are quotes from the movie.
Awesome.
Nice.
Obviously. Bats, they are sick. I cannot hit curveball. Straight ball, I hit very much. Curveball, bats are afraid. And to get that achievement, strike out because the AI is throwing all curveballs and screwballs.
Nice.
My next one, ball 4, ball 8, low and outside. He walks the bases loaded on 12 straight pitches. And to get that, walk in 12 runs from bases loaded due to bad pitching. I got that one.
Really?
Yeah. I walked 12 runs.
Damn.
And before I gave up on that game. I'm going to put together the worst team possible. And I'm going to put together the worst team possible. Lose because of the mercy rule.
Okay.
Which I also
That's
got.
pretty good.
And that is all of my achievements. Dave, what you got?
I have a few. This kind of like spans all three of the games. My first achievement is, that's the name of the game. In order to unlock, that's the name of the game. Just load the bases.
There you go.
Just load them,
I got that one.
and you pop it.
Didn't score off of my loaded bases, but I did get them loaded.
Oh, that hurts.
I struck out.
That
I
hurts when you leave 3, man.
was so mad. I just needed one hit.
My next achievement is Welcome to Miami. In order to unlock Welcome to Miami, you play as Cleveland, which is possible in Super Bases Loaded 3, not the other two. But I was so happy to see, because my whole thing was, man, it's going to be fun. Because I watched the movie. I'm like, I'm going to fucking play this game.
Indians.
I'm going to play as Cleveland. They're not available. And it's like, God damn it. And then like in the second one, also not available. And then the third one, I was like, fuck yes, we got Cleveland.
We got one. We got Cleveland.
So in order to unlock Welcome to Miami, you play as Cleveland in Super Bases Loaded 3 and lose. My next achievement is very bad to steal Jobu's rum. Is very bad.
Bad.
In order to unlock is very bad to steal Jobu's rum is very bad is to get Bob Euchre tanked while playing Super Bases Loaded. My next achievement is just a bit outside. In order to unlock that, after you drink Jobu's rum, you take Super Bases Loaded out of your Super Nintendo and throw it so hard that you don't hit your intended target. It veers off significantly about 3 feet to the right and destroys whatever's there.
Okay.
My next achievement is 2.5 men. In order to unlock 2.5 men, you play Super Bases Loaded 3, where you can never fucking control your shortstop.
Okay. Nice.
John, do you have any?
Nah, man.
right.
Yeah, I'm not very quick with
All good.
coming up with achievements.
You should ask ChatGPT.
Chat GPT, do you have any achievements?
You should ask him about beards and glasses.
Oh God. I'll get there.
Okay.
I'll get there. Do you guys? I want to know how much this game is. We'll just do Super Bases Loaded 1. Well, we can do all of them.
Is there a very common? Did we determine? Is common just the
I think
baseline?
it's common.
Is there does
According to
very
Flopsy,
common
or-
exist? Yeah,
Yes.
according to Flopsy.
Yes, very
common is a
Yes.
status.
Oh,
You'd
okay.
think I would know that. I've listened to this fucking show for.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it exists. I'm pretty sure we've seen a very common.
It seems like we have, but then again,
I'm gonna look up Toy Story real quick.
Because I'm just saying, yeah, no, do it. Because I'm just thinking, like,
up Super Mario Brothers.
personally, I'm
Yeah,
just
there
like,
we go.
man, I
Yeah,
figure
Pac-Man.
like this game was
Super Mario World.
everywhere.
Super Mario World, very common.
Okay, cool.
Super Mario Kart, very common. Toy
I don't
Story.
think this is very common.
You don't think it's very common?
I think it's common.
Okay, yeah, you're probably right.
My guess is I'm good with either common or very common.
Let's say
I don't think it's going to be very common.
I'll
go with common.
Let's do that.
All right. How many stars do you think it got?
I'd say it got a pretty high score. We're talking about the first one. I'd say it's 91. It's kind of innovative.
It's significant.
Follows up against a very popular series that came before it.
Yeah,
on the NES.
and it's still honestly like
okay.
it looks better.
It doesn't look bad.
It just looks like Bases Loaded, but just better. Like it just looks better.
3.5.
And it plays faster. So yeah, that's
I think
kind of what I
3.5
was.
is fair.
I think I'm building that half star over 3, what I would give it.
Mm-hmm.
So 3.5 is my vote.
3.5 common.
I'm good with that. If you are.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
good with that.
I like it.
Let's lock
I
it
like
in and see what Flopsy, aka the
I was
ultimate.
gonna say 4, but
Oh,
then again,
no way,
yeah.
no way. If it's 4, John, you can watch me eat this book.
It
I
won't
was
be
gonna say
4.
4, but then I remembered like how incredibly hard this game is.
But not only, I don't know. I don't know about 4.
Yeah.
It'd be tough.
Oh, I wouldn't give it 4. I'm just saying.
no, I know.
I was
No, no,
thinking
no.
about it, and then I was like, yeah, this game
Flopsy's
was
pretty
brutally
generous.
hard. So
3.5 common.
Yeah.
All right. According to Flopsy, aka the ultimate Nintendo guide to the SNES library, 1991 through 1998 by Pat Contry, courtesy of Monster Mold Mike, shadowy, mysterious benefactor, Super Bases Loaded, availability, very common.
Jesus
Oh
Christ.
shit! Right?
That's the same as fucking
Super Mario World.
Mario World.
That's crazy.
think about how safe a gift this game was.
Yeah,
That is
it
true.
would've
Like
been.
anybody, and like even your like hardcore religious families, it's baseball.
Right.
It's as American as baseball.
Also, with it being 1991, I can totally see Jalico being like, just fucking go all in.
Yeah.
This is like, I don't know what other baseball games are on the system at this time. It's, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's like they have an established brand on the NES.
You're not
So-
wrong.
What was
Okay.
the other series? There's like RBI baseball or
Yeah.
There's
something.
been several.
Yeah.
That was a really, I remember seeing a lot of RBI
Yeah.
at friends' houses and stuff.
Yeah.
They were cooler than me. 3 stars.
3.
Only missed
Wow.
it by that
Missed
much.
it by that
Damn.
much. Yep.
Just a bit out.
How much do you guys think you would pay for it?
Fucking very common. $10.
$10 dues from Ian, John.
$7.15.
$7.15. Actual retail value of Super bases loaded for the Super Nintendo, loose on average, according to PriceCharting.com at the time of this recording, is $5.21.
Damn.
That tracks
That's
with
a deal.
a super common game.
It does.
I mean, it's
It's
going to
a
be everywhere.
Fucking cheap ass Super
Yeah.
Nintendo game.
Yeah, it is. Do you have it? Do you have this?
Great question. It's one of those where I wouldn't know unless I went and looked.
I got you.
Not to belabor it, but I am curious what Flopsy gave Super Bases Loaded 2.
Yeah. Hit it up.
We don't have to do that.
I didn't play them, so I can't really effectively rate what I think they would get.
They liked it better than I did. They gave it a 3.5 star rating. The availability on Super Bases Loaded 2 is uncommon.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. And then Super Bases Loaded 3, License to Steal. Flopsy gave this one a 3.5 star rating. Availability is also uncommon.
Okay.
I hated 2. I really did not like 2.
Okay. Well,
But whatever.
they fucked with the formula.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
ChatGPT,
Yes, Dave.
bless you.
Thank you. Sorry. Oh, man.
You all right?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
I was worried about
I had to
that
like
one.
recover from that
Damn,
one,
I
man.
thought you ruptured something.
Woo. I feel like I just inhaled
Your,
pepper or
your
something.
nasal manifold, I thought. ChatGPT,
Yes, Dave.
if you were to give this game a beard that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of beard would you give it?
I'd give it I'd give Super Bases Loaded the Tom Selleck mustache with goatee combo, specifically how it looked during Magnum PI's later seasons. Because this game means well, carries a rugged old school charm, but is still kind of clunky, like trying to run the bases in cowboy boots. It's almost stylish, almost cool, but has a few too many rough edges to be truly timeless. I'm reading what it wrote, not
I mean, I don't disagree
I
with
asked it the question. This is the answer I gave
Yeah.
it.
Did you ask it for beards and glasses in the style of
I
TADPOG?
did. I did. The stash equals iconic presentation, that television style camera angle slick for 1991.
It's still going.
The goatee trying to get edgy but can't quite pull it off. The whole package a little dated, a little weird, but still lovable. I think it just ran with its own answer. It says, so yeah, it's not a full Sam Elliott beard. Or Sam Elliott didn't have a
Right.
fucking beard.
No.
Shut up,
Not that I can
ChatGPT. Ask him
remember.
about the glasses.
ChatGPT.
Yes, Dave.
If you were to give Super Bases Loaded a pair of glasses that sums up about how you feel about glasses.
Glasses. Why?
What glasses? Why?
The Wild Thing, Ricky Vaughn says shades from Major League. Big black, unapologetically cool. This kind of glasses that make a guy with control issues look like a star. Want to give these? No, that says why it almost fits. You want to give these to Super Bases Loaded. You do, but the game just doesn't earn them. So it says I'd give it these glasses, and then it says why it wouldn't give it the glasses. Shut the fuck up, ChatGPT.
ChatGPT just wants to know for sure.
I did this the other day. I asked it the question, and the answers were so dumb. I thought, oh yeah, we've absolutely got to put this in.
I've had a few conversations with ChatGPT where it's been like, you need to stop blowing me and giving me real fucking answers.
Don't just tell me what I want to hear.
Yeah.
Don't be a yes man. Give me facts. Ask me questions.
Because I was asking it about like nutrition shit just to kind of like supplement some research. And it was like, you're doing a great. It's like, shut the fuck up.
You're not my coach.
Yeah.
Man,
You're a fucking AI. I need information,
Right,
not
exactly.
encouragement.
ChatGPT is amazing and shitty at the same time. Like it's, and I don't mean shitty, but like sometimes I'm just like, really? Like
I
that's like I'm shocked by the fact I'm amazed by the stuff that it can tell me.
Sure.
I'm amazed by the stuff that it gets wrong too sometimes, because like I'll be very incredibly specific with my prompting, because obviously most of the time I use it, I'm using it for work,
Right.
and I'm doing very technical stuff.
Sure.
And I'll be like, in this version with this thing, and like here's the whole setup. Like, how do I accomplish this? And it's like, yeah, no problem. Just go here and here and here and find this page and click this, and or run this command, and you know, when you get this output, use that in this. And I'm like, hey,
Step 2 doesn't exist.
This isn't right. Like that context menu isn't there in this version.
Oh,
and it's like,
I'm sorry.
yeah, you're right.
You're right, it's
and I'm
not
like,
there.
motherfucker. Like, I told you exactly what, because now you're clarifying and giving me sometimes the right information. Sometimes it's still wrong.
Right.
Even after that. And it's like, I don't know. It makes me question it. But then other times I'm just like, wow, that was awesome. It saved me 10 minutes easy.
Yeah.
Just by, you know. And then there are other times when I'm just like, man, I found some of these cats be getting a little too dependent though, because there have been a couple of times where things have been escalated to me and I know they were using chat, and I just throw that shit into Google and I find the answer in about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you boys got to use both.
I got
You know?
I got an email today from somebody I know professionally, and the email seemed a little off. And I went to ChatGPT. I copied it, and I went to ChatGPT, and I was like, "Yo, did you write this?" Paste.
He said, and he probably said, yeah.
It said, "Well, it is written very professionally, so I can see that maybe this was written with assistance from ChatGPT." So,
Everything I get now, everything. I can see it. I know when it's happening, and it's most of the time.
yeah, it's a lot.
I can't say much. A lot of the emails I send, I have it refined for professionalism or to not be redundant, you know, things like that. But yeah, ChatGPT is talking to itself now pretty much all the time when it comes to my job.
And I thank God I proof what it puts out, because there are times where it's like, oh, that would have gotten me in trouble. Yeah, I'm in. Like if that went out like that,
I'm in full cantankerous old man mode.
Yeah.
I will not use it for correspondence. I'll use it for technical shit all day long. But when I type an email to somebody, I won't even run it through ChatGPT.
Oh, I like writing my own emails.
I write it. I do the same thing I've always done. I write the email and then I read it over in my head like 2 or 3 times, and I make revisions and then I send it.
Damn, that's some steps, man.
I don't know, man. I just don't trust it.
No. I get it. No.
Correspondence.
I'm totally with you. But like when I send an email, I'm usually like, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, please send it. Please see attached. Send. Fuck. Fuck. New email. Okay, sorry, I forgot to attach it.
Per my last email. But not in the shitty way.
Right. Yeah, I don't ever say. I mean, I
No,
might
you
have
never
said
should.
per my last email. I maybe have said that once in my professional career when it's like I knew this tie was severed. You know, it's like fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah, exactly. That's really about the only time is when you're willing to just put it all on the line. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
How you perceive
Hang
this.
on to that fence, Terminator 2 style. For my last email. That's it. I think we got a show, right?
Yeah, we got a show. We're done.
Okay.
I'll read stuff.
All right. John, thanks for being on, man.
Hey, thanks for having me, man. You know, I fucking love Major League, so
glad.
I was thrilled.
Hell
Andy
yeah. even
watched this movie with me.
Nice.
So.
I watched this one solo, which is kind of rare, but it's all right. It worked out.
Yeah, man. It's a great movie.
Are we going to do... We're gonna do Major League 2 and a baseball game.
Yeah,
or
we
series,
need to probably figure out what other game, but let's just leave it out there and be mysterious about it and decide between now and then what it is, and then we'll surprise everyone. And Brad, when we figure it out, we'll let you know.
Perfect. We'll call you on your work number.
Yes, and talk to your manager. If you're listening to the show, you probably know where to find us. So I'm gonna skip that bit.
Oh yeah.
If you want to donate money to the show, which we are always super grateful for, Patreon.com/TADPOG gets you the bonus content that we have out there. A lot of good stuff, hours and hours of content that's outside the purview of the normal show in one way or another. And if you donate $5 or more, you become a TADPOG Jake.
That's right, Jake.
You join the Jake tier. Thank you, Jake. And I'll read your name once a month in the style of Jake that I've been figuring out how to do. And then if you donate $20 or more per month, that elevates you to the level of executive producer. But by proxy, by virtue of the fact that you're donating more than $5, that also makes you a Jake. So now that makes you an executive Jake. And I'm going to read the list of our current executive Jakes right now. I'm going to get off
Who's our
this
chief executive, Jake?
chief. Oh, our CEJ?
Yeah, our CEJ. Who's our CEJ?
I think we don't have one.
Okay.
I think we're all, equal partners.
Oh, okay.
here, so.
All right.
We like to do things a little differently here at
Makes
TADPOG.
sense.
It's
We
that
always
kind of
have.
outside of the box thinking that's made this podcast so successful. You see, I'm not going to live on this Jake. I'm not going to live on this Jake Hill forever. I'm going to stop
No?
doing it sooner or
Okay.
later. But for now, our executive Jakes are Cubicle Jake, Sandwich Jake, Phil H, Jake Bug Prime, Nathan E, Matt, aka Jekyll G. I like that one.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Pinball Airplane Arch Jake, Chris Edler. Sorry you couldn't
a
be
good
on
one,
this
too.
It's
episode.
also a great one.
That nice Jake from Michigan. This might be my favorite. Louisville correspondent Princess Jake Swayla, Banana Hammock, Flava Jake, Taryn D.
Jake Swayla is fucking awesome.
I got two Jakes in there. You know?
Jake, yeah, I know. Also, Jake Swayla sounds like a reality show
It
contestant.
really does. It really does. Jake Pope Sandwich, Lord Jake, and last but not least, Jake Enthusiast Jeff M. Thank you all so much for your money.
Hell yes.
It's
Hell
already
yeah.
gone. We spent it all. Send more.
Yeah.
But in all reality, we're happy to receive every donation we get. John donates every month. He's a Jake level donor. And he works here sometimes. So, he pays us to work
I don't know
here.
if I would call it work, Bob.
Well, we do allow drinking on the job if you work here.
I mean, a lot of places do.
as John
What?
chokes on a shot of bourbon.
A lot of places do as long as they don't know about it.
Right. It's allowed. Just don't get
Wink.
caught.
Yeah.
You can drink at work. You'll be fired if you're caught. But you're welcome to drink at work. But yeah, every little bit helps. We get honestly what I consider to be a pretty significant amount of money every month.
Yeah.
Under the circumstances.
Yeah.
We're a pretty small outfit here.
Yeah.
We don't have like a million listeners that I know of.
We're not some
our
giant corporate
small-
podcast.
and we're definitely not as large as we once were as far as our listener base, and that's fine. But with the loyal people that we do have that keep donating and throw us the $1 a month, I think that's
That's
great,
awesome.
and it means
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah,
Really,
it really
does.
does.
So
It makes it feel like we're doing
Yeah.
a good thing.
we're getting something out there. I'll have friends that'll I'll be playing with Kaiser Arc on Overwatch,
Yeah.
and he'll say something about the show, and he listens to the show, because I lose track of that because we're friends. We
Yeah.
play Overwatch together, we have a good time, and it's nice to do, and it's nice that y'all send us that money. So
Hell yeah.
it means a lot. I tease you all the time. Send more. We want more money, and we do.
That's true.
It's definitely
That is
true. Just
true.
like being able to drink at work. You can.
Technically.
But
You can do
it
a
does
lot
mean
of
a lot for those of you that do. And listen, I'm just saying there's quite a few potential Jakes out there. There's some people donating $4 a month. For that extra little bump of $1, you could become a Tadpog Jake.
You can be a
And I'll
Jake.
say your name and your social security number on the show once a month. So, because, we do know that, by the way.
Yeah. Well, once you're Jake, your identity is potentially. I mean, come on, let's be honest.
It's a collective now,
Yeah. it's
really.
Right. Part of the Jake mind.
Yeah.
When you're a part of Project Mayhem, you're a Jake.
Nice. I haven't thought about that in a long time.
So, I guess that's it.
Hell yeah.
How do y'all want to close it out?
It's Bob Euchre.
Fuck yeah. That's such a good answer.
It may have sounded like I had that ready.
It really
No, it
did.
really
but
did.
Man,
I didn't have it ready.
don't
it
care.
It just felt right.
Johnny
it's
on
called
the spot.
serendipity.
Yeah.
It just happened at the right moment. So yes, let's do this. All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. And until next time, Tropical Capricorn. TADPOG is hosted and produced by Tyler Holland, Dave Moore, and Ian Chandler, and releases new episodes every Wednesday. You can find them on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and just about anywhere else podcasts are hosted. If you have a question or comment for the hosts, don't hesitate to call us at 270-883-2555 and leave us a voicemail. If we like it, we'll play it on the show and respond. If you'd like to send us something, you can do so at TADPOG Studios, care of Nicole Nance, P.O. Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky 42002. If you'd like to donate to the show, visit patreon.com/tadpog, and with a minimum donation of $1 per month, you will get access to all of our fun bonus content. Join the conversation on our Discord server at bit.ly/tadpog Discord. Registration is free, and we'd love to have you there. If you enjoy our show and haven't already, don't forget to find and tap that subscribe button so you don't miss anything. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.
That was probably the most effort I've ever put into a Tropical Capricorn. Tropical Capricorn.
And you just gave me a stinger.
Hell yes. It's time to pee and go home.
That's got to be.
I hope it is.
Believe it!